Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Wednesday. So glad you're with us tonight. We have 3 hours from Los Angeles, and this is the way we kick off our week here. So we've got Wednesday through Sunday with you, and it is an exciting night because this is where, well, we get to see what we've been working on for the last couple of days since we missed you on, since we last saw you on Sunday. And the good news is there's a lot of fabulous brand new, some big values. I gotta say, we're gonna see one of our returning favorites here. It's a diamond hoop. It's an inside out style. It gives you glam, but still keeps it every day. So we are gonna see those. It is our last call. Actually, we've reduced them for today because we only have a few pairs left. One in rose, the rest in white gold, and they're gonna be extremely popular. So we're gonna give it a one final farewell at a price that is discounted beyond what it has ever been in the last few years. So we're going to see that. On the way also, diaspora is here. We've got a great color changing diaspora. This is one for the ages. It is a really good stone. The beauty of it is we've been seeing some incredible museum type diasporas of late, no doubt about it. But we are seeing, instead of giving a 10 karat or a 20 karat or a 15 karat, we're going to see something that's 3. So it makes it very wearable. It's an Asher cut. It's got all those amazing colors. We're going to start to see automatically the reds, the purples, and this isn't even the proper light to show that color change, but you're going to see that as well. In addition to, we do have a really cool, one more moonstone. There is one fabulous moonstone here tonight. Okay, we've been seeing the best quality. If you've been absent the last couple of weeks, we have been seeing the most amazing moonstones on the show. They've been 2 things going on. Faceting instead of cabochon. Faceting that is really deluxe, and then the most beautiful, brilliant rainbow colors, but still softer. So I don't know if any of you guys were experiencing, or tonight, actually, some of you might see that Aurora Borealis. This really is, which we rarely see in the U.S., but a few of you will be able to see that. I know a few of you in Arkansas saw it yesterday, and throughout the South there, where we're going to actually see what is really, if you don't want the once-in-a-lifetime glimpse of that, it feels like that permanently within this stone. So we have incredible moonstone for you. It's actually our first time seeing it in a bridge, so I'm excited about that, and that's going to be a good look, plus a lot of diamonds. So we'll see that. Tanzanite's on the way, some discounts on some Paraíba pendants, and then we also have a bracelet in diamonds. We've really been doing this the last couple of weeks where if there's something that maybe you haven't seen on the show, it's probably coming out in this next couple of days. So for a lot of us, it's going to feel like brand new jewelry, when in actuality, even better. Here's why. Brand new jewelry, you know, would be a little pricey these days. So what we're doing is going back to the depths of the vault. I have been rating every one of our vaults to bring out the very, very best we have, bringing those out, incredible values, and discounting them accordingly. So even when they were made maybe a few years ago, that's a better price than it would be today, but then taking that price backwards to make it even better. So lots of good things happening on pricing, and a lot of one-of-a-kinds as usual. There's even a bracelet, and we have jade. We don't see that jade very often. I do have a jade in a pendant. So we're actually going to start with something very near and dear to my heart. Even though these are not my particular design, we actually have something that goes way back. You remember my shooting star earrings that I brought you many moons ago? Well, we're going to talk about that same kind of style and concept, where there is the chain attached, but it all is, yep, all in one. This is no different than any other earring you've ever put on that has a post and butterfly backing. Instead, you get essentially like a necklace built into your earring. So you get a really cool style that is so cool on, and we're going to talk about 1124471. So thrilled to have them, because this is, I did the star design where it was a little pave star, and then it had the chain. Now this is with colored gems. Of course, those are rubies. The 54 points in our Mogok Burma rubies that we have here in the rounds, diamonds as well, 11 points there, and you get one of the coolest looks, and they're incredibly affordable. And thank goodness we have two pairs. Let's celebrate. We got 2 pairs to go around. Listen, that's double what I have on most things, so I say that's worth getting excited about, especially if maybe, could I get them affordable enough to where you could get one for you and one for a gift idea? The answer is absolutely yes, and that is what we're going to be doing. So how about this? I mean, this is really, I tell you, this is a great look, isn't it? So let me just go ahead and show you what this looks like from the side, because this is where, again, see, you're never going to lose that chain. Still a diamond cut chain like we would see in a beautiful necklace, but this time you've got that stack of diamond, ruby, diamond, then the chain that wraps around it. It is never, this is the other great thing, you're never going to lose that backing because it's all attached. So it's really simple and easy. Let me show it to you from a distance away as well, so you can see how that's going to drape. And the coolest thing is the profile, the movement they're going to give. Even if you're perfectly still, you see that chain moving just a bit. Then you've got this great style, which is going to be, oh, let's say with the chain being the drape that it is, 5/8 of an inch or so. So that's going to be the length there. And then again, the backing. So if you're wondering, so how do I do that? How am I going to attach the chain to the ear? Nope, it's all attached. Watch this. I just undid the backing and dropped it, but here we go. Already butterfingers. And see that? Let's show you here from a distance away. I've got, look at that. That's what I mean by chain attached. So this actually makes it very easy, because when you pop that on your ear, which I'm going to do for you, you're going to have that backing just wrap around. This is actually pretty simple to do. So again, I've designed something like this here. I know that we're not making those again because that was a limited edition run. And now we get to have something that is really fantastic with color. And maybe that's, the color you wear more this time of year than others, perhaps. It is a hot color right now. So we've got ruby red, the gorgeous round stones we love, and yet the round diamonds. Now, I promised a giftable idea. So I think we're going to need to make them a lot more affordable than even $9.99, because as giftable as that is in fine jewelry right now, it's not going to be necessarily in everybody's budget for getting one or more. And again, 2 pairs to go around, identical, so it is a great chance to pick them up. And we're going to show you really quickly as soon as I can get one on, because again, working with a lot of earrings, I had to take my own earring off. We're going to make it better than even $499. So this is really, really fabulous. And yet I want to make sure that if you want both, you can get them. If you want to just get one, well, then we'd have enough for hopefully 2 different shoppers to go around, which would be very exciting as well. And this will not be $499. This is pretty impressive to see already when you got rubies and diamonds galore. And so you're going to have that option to really, again, I hope I did this right because I don't have a mirror to look at, but let me see here. If we got them on, and I think pretty much, yeah, it's pretty simple and straightforward there. So you just see how that's going to look when you drape them down. I like them going straight vertical there. You could kind of play with it if you want that chain a little bit further away at an angle. But you can see how it's like jewelry for your jewelry, which I think is pretty cool. So there's that chain just draping and dangling, and again, all really easy. You put it on like your basic post and butterfly. So it's not even $499. Again, there's 2 great options here. Again, both in yellow gold. This is fantastic, and we're going to make them even better than $499. Let's send them out for $399, and that makes them, I think, rather giftable here as well. And you can see you've got piercing coverage as well. It looks like a little stiletto stack first with your ruby and diamonds, and then of course you get that really fabulous chain. And you can see even when you're still, the chain is not. So it's really a really fun piece to wear, and trust me, not everyone's going to have a pair of earrings like that in their collection. So we'll get you back up close and take another look at them there. And for $399, we've got some other great earring options today too. We're going to see some of the pyramid style pave hoops. We've got I've got a Windsor sapphire actually, and the Windsor sapphire tonight is in a pendant, and we can count on one hand the number of times we've seen that actually as a combination. So really looking forward to that as well. Here's your other one. So again, 2 pairs. We will see who's got them at $399 because those are fabulous, and they also would be, I think, a candidate to go in a second piercing as well, second or third or fourth or fifth, because with that chain, it's fluid, so it's just going to drape. Even if you were to put it, let's say, higher up on the ear, if you had more piercings way up high, it's going to still work, and that chain will just drape right alongside, right where it should. So it's $399. We'll give it about 30 seconds here. And hey guys, hey Risa, thank you so much for being with us. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Over the hump of the week, so to speak, as we get it started here. So that's very, very exciting. And so, hey, Kirsten, thank you. I'm glad you're liking your moonstones. Aren't they fabulous? I know Kirsten got some earrings. They're really fabulous. I mean, the moonstones that we've had, if you haven't seen them, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of that new one we have here tonight, because it is pretty darn good. Look at this one. Maybe my favorite yet. I don't know how they keep getting better, but they keep getting better, because that's the moonstone and the stars and that beautiful brilliance. Look at those diamonds every which way, and yes, you're going to see them through the moonstone as well. So we're going to also have those hoops. We'll have big 1.5-inch oval shaped diamond inside out hoops for you later. Last call on that price point. Also a diamond bracelet, quite sophisticated, and this is one of those perfect examples of, as we're talking about what gold's doing, and feel free to call me on those rubies, because again, those are just fabulous. And maybe just again, if you don't tend to be super adventurous with your fashion, maybe that's a way you get a little more adventurous with your jewelry, and just again, something that gives you a little more fun in an earring that is unexpected and different. So here we are with, well, I'm excited about this bracelet because this goes all the way through. So I know we know about the tennis bracelet, the classic, everybody's got it. round brilliance in a link style, but this is still that concept of diamonds through and through. This is a classic example of when we talk about how it's going to be so vital to take advantage of these older ideas, these that have been, been a long time since they've been on the air. Some pieces I have here have never been on the air before, or it's been a long, long time since we've seen them. So you get the great big value, you get the huge discount, and isn't that helpful? Because let me tell you something, if I made that bracelet today, which is a 7¼ inch, with all that gold, even if it was just the gold and none of the carat 42 in diamonds, you're going to have a piece that would have to be closer to $7,000 or $8,000 without diamonds. We've got a carat 42 geometric link bracelet that's going to wear like your tennis bracelets. It is classic as can be. So all we got to do is this, the big discount on the item that was made, oh yeah, 111-7428. So it was made some time ago. And now we get to bring you, yep, I'm going to show you the whole thing, but again, it's 7¼ so it's going to drape beautifully on the average size wrist. It is white gold only. There's a carat and a half almost in diamonds in this geometric style link that is then linked with more diamonds. And so you get this great, I mean, technically it's like a hexagon, because then you have the 6 sides, 2 top and bottom, and then of course that link where that closer, or I would say that shorter side is. So it's almost like a diamond shaped link, if you will. Kind of reminds me of when we saw rhombus cut diamonds way back when. This is that. Now it's got an insert closure. It's got a fold under safety. So it's super secure, really elegant, and still that wider style. So maybe it's the only piece you need to wear. Like I said, everyone's got the tennis bracelet, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's such a thing as classic styles that are all where we usually begin our jewelry collections, and now we get to really get you something different and dramatic, unique and special. Did you have a question, Jason? Did you? Now, did you just take one pair? All right, so who was shopping the ruby earrings? One pair's gone, one pair's left. Hi, Janice. Thank you so much for being with us early. I know those early birds at TVON, they remember, they set their alarms, they know they're not going to miss the beginning of our week here, and we're awfully glad you're here. Now take a look at this from a distance away, because that link is going to go all the way around. So you're going to see one side to the other. Let me show you what that means. So every single bit, that same width, you can see that's no small piece, all glittering with VS diamonds. Here's one side of her closure. That's the box style. So that's where, again, you see what that little, see how that little wing is sticking out? That's the fold under style. So this is really simple because, you don't want to break up the action of this gorgeous link. So what they do is one side inserts into the other, and then that closure, which is your extra safety mechanism that keeps it, super secure and locked, that's going to be underneath. It's number one, very easy to fasten, but number two, it's not going to disrupt this beautiful style of this bracelet. But you can see that was made some time ago, like to the tune of 7 years ago or so. And by the way, the back is fully finished. That's not open work. That's solid gold all the way through. So it's going to be up close and personal here. It's got a great width to it, 7¼ inches in the length. And let me see if I can prop that up and get lucky with the way it's going to sit up for you, just so you can see the right angle and see all those gorgeous VS diamonds. I mean, that's what we specialize in. It's what we see no matter what, isn't it? And it's just so exciting to see it in a bracelet form. And yet we're going to make this really easy. It's a beautiful stackable style or standalone, but this is going to be one to go. And that's the thing. You got to be on the phone lines early, because we've got one only and there's no other way. $6,000 in gold minimum. Yeah, the diamonds to that, we should be getting rightfully around $89.99 for this piece today. That's not what we're doing. Again, what did I tell you about going through the vaults, getting into the very deep, dark corners of the vault, where these are huge. Like, this isn't the little safe you have in your closet, no offense, but obviously that's, great for home use. I have one too. But around here, then these parts, we got bigger, they're the size of, they're size of closets really, and they're walk-in safes. And you look into the very back corners where, maybe pieces have been tucked away for a while, haven't been seen in a long, long time. This is, you see by that number, we haven't changed that. We haven't just, what everyone's doing, even if a piece was made long ago, they're moving it up to really bring it to that market value of where gold and diamonds are today. We are doing exactly the opposite, which is why, again, I got to maybe disclaimer that we can't get used to prices like what you're about to see, but it's great for the here and now for whomever wants that one spectacular bracelet, because it's going to go. And it's not $89, that again, what it should be today, right there. You could shop a lot of great pieces all across the world that are in fine jewelry that are going to be that value. Just look for that similar gold weight and diamond weight. 7¼ inches should work for every average size out there, but it's under $2,000. Now, this is the kind of thing I wish we could make 100. But we can't, because we'd be losing how much money? Well, I'm at $19.99, so we'd be losing $7 on each bracelet. If I sold 100 of them, we'd be losing, you get the idea. all these hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not doing that. We're just selling what we have made up in here, ready to go. But you get the value, which already is a great deal. We're going to make it better than 19. One only, great gifting. Bracelets are a little easier than maybe rings sometimes because this is still an unusual style of diamond tennis bracelet, but it's going to be, I think, workable for anybody who loves diamonds, and maybe even a little modern and fresh. So could be really, again, we're talking about updating the wardrobe, getting something that you don't already have, because I don't know a lot of people who buy the same thing in jewelry over and over and over again. Usually, I mean, that's fine for jeans. You could go in your closet and have 80 pairs of jeans, but in jewelry, it's a little different. We tend to buy, I'm not going to buy a diamond tennis bracelet if I already had 3 of them. I don't want to buy a second one, quite honestly. I want to have a different style, and this is that, but it's not 19 and it's not 18. This is that kind of value that you could melt it. I wish we had 100. We don't. We have 1. I let you know that so you can get on the phone lines in advance of even seeing the discounted price, because by that time, like, we already have 4 people on the phone lines. And I would imagine somebody's probably taken the last of the ruby earrings, and somebody else is probably wanting this bracelet. And I'm going to make it only $1,888 only for one caller who says, that's the deal of a lifetime in diamonds and gold. You better believe it is. And this is the finishing on the inside, by the way. So you can see the way that one's already gone. All right, sounds like that one's gone in the back. All right, Chase, I'm sorry, that one's already sold. So that one's done, and then let's show you another pair of earrings. I told you I had a hoop that is done with this pyramid style. This may look like a ring because it actually matches a ring we once had. So here's the hoop, last call on the hoop, and 112-7850, thank you on that diamond bracelet. What a value there. Nobody gonna touch our values, we know that. And still 1 pair of the ruby earrings left with that dropping chain, so you can get that one as well. But here we are with 112-7850. What a night we have in store. A lot of values like that one. So it's kind of like, again, the competition of shopping is really what is required around here. Just a little bit more speed on the phone lines than you might be in some places, because nothing will stick around. And these values are incredible, absolutely inimitable, and that is the truth. So here we are with 33 points in VS Diamonds, a nice, stable, sturdy hoop. There's a lot of gold here in this hoop from both the side, front, and the profile. Excuse all the fingerprints, but it's got that little bit of that button release, which is important. It's going to be in the very back. You'll never see that, but that's how you're going to actually detach the locking post. You press that button down in the back and you're good to go. Out you go, out the earring. 33 points in the diamonds. Solid yellow gold. I only have the yellow gold in this style. This is a designer style, not our own. So the ring has already sold out a few weeks ago, and now the matching earring is here. Not that you need to have both, because I think we know a diamond hoop is very wearable. 5/8 of an inch, much like the total drop length we saw in the ruby earrings that I still have a pair left. Here's what these look like from a distance away, so you can really appreciate the texture. It might at first glance look like, okay, it's just pave side to side, but it's actually from the details, and yes, from the side profile, you would see that subtle pyramid stud detail, but you're also seeing here, it's almost like if you look carefully, there's a crisscross design within it. That's partially because of that pyramid stud and the fact they're not just flat. It's not flat pave. And then again, that great button release we love. You're only going to use the button when you're going to take them off, and that's it. They snap closed, so it's really simple and easy, but they're also going to be very affordable. We're marking them down from that $29.99 price tag where they have been for some time. Does have a straight post. I think that's crucial to point out in a smaller earring, because a lot of times the hoop earring that's smaller might have a curved post. Makes it a little more complex to get them on. So I think that I always like to point out, as someone who obviously wears a lot of hoops, I like to point out when you've got that really nice straight post like you have here. So it just, again, just like a stud, it's really simple and easy to put that on. So pop it on. There you can see how exciting it is in relation to a little more like what is typically a basic or a simple style hoop. Here you get a little more drama to it. And we're going to take it on down below even $1,000. This is also last call on this hoop earring. No longer. After these sell out, they are done. And it also makes a great gifting idea too. I mean, it's not too, I don't know. I don't think anyone would think it's too early to start thinking about gifts now that we are getting close to mid-November. So take a look at that. We'll show them up close again, and we're going to make them better than even $1,000 and blow them out for $999 instead. Incredible value on a very important diamond hoop that you're getting with a little bit of extra details, texture, and that great pave that we love that's going to give you, of course, 1/3 of a carat in the diamonds, which, you know, interestingly enough, I think with patterns like this, when you get great designer styles, it's sometimes a little more difficult to look at that and go, I don't think we can assess carat weight the same way we would. In other styles, it's a little more unique to see. So I think that, again, you're seeing that beautiful look that you've got here with that amazing style, and we're going to make make sure is gonna go. So let me know if you'd like to get that one for yourself. So $9.99, and then, or again, gifting ideas as well. That's not a bad idea. And then we do have that jade. It's actually jade in a pendant tonight. We don't see that all the time. So we've got a jade pendant. Now I can't remember, when was it? Months ago, we had a one single solitary jade option, and it was a jade ring, and oh, did the phone lines go crazy. So we're gonna bring a jade pendant tonight in just a little bit. Also have one of our Brazilian Paraíbas. Well, I've taken every earring out but the one that I need to take out because it's one of those that button style. I don't think it's ever been used but that one time. So, but all my earrings are coming out, so that's interesting. But here we are, and that could also, I think 5/8 works as well for a second piercing too. So if you want to do that, yummy. All right, so we're going to be on our way, and I know we're getting ready for that big moonstone deal, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Got a great moonstone in that bridge that we're going to see here tonight, which is also so incredibly important. So get ready for that. It's going to be fun to see that moonstone. It's probably the one I'm most excited about today. In addition to, we have a gorgeous tanzanite pendant. It's going to be nice and affordable despite there's a big size to it. We also have a huge, you know, I was talking about those deep, like way back in the vault pieces. Look at this one. That has not been here in a while. That's a Russian demontoid. It's one of our largest we've ever had, and that's a huge carat 62 stone. So with the yellow and the white diamonds, we've seen that mounting only one other time, and it happened to be with the yellow diamond. So pretty exciting tonight to see that with that Russian demontoid, which is such a beauty. So that's going to be coming up a little bit later. And then here we go. This is the Brazilian quartz. Well, Brazilian Paraíba, it's still Brazilian quartz. You can't put the Brazilian Paraíba into a quartz from someplace else, right? It all is out of Brazil, but you've got this really important styling here that's gonna be our really, I love that look with that bright turquoise you're seeing. It really has that, that bold, larger crystal at first on the left side, and then you see a little bit more of a different crystal entirely over towards the bottom of the pear shape as well. So it's really, it's an attractive piece here, and it's got more of, I think a lot of us are liking where that's really a stark combination with the turquoise and the white quartz, whereas opposed sometimes we've seen more of the grays and the deeper, darker colors come through. So I think that is really what's setting it off. That turquoise among the white really looks great. It's a carat 47 and 8192, so it's a really important look here. That Paraíba is actually the genuine natural crystal. So this is the first and ever discovery. This is what, again, it's named, and people ask all the time, well, what does Paraíba mean and what does that translate to? It's actually a proper name. It's actually indicates it's one of the states of Paraíba. It gives it that name since that's where it was first discovered. So we pay homage to where the first initial discovery was, and of course that being the first we ever saw of copper-bearing tourmalines in these blue-greens was out of Brazil. So naturally calling it the Paraíba for where it was found. And then of course later different deposits were found in two other places. That was Mozambique and Nigeria. So that gave us a little bit more of what we loved, but certainly the blue and greens and that very distinctive neon color, that's mostly out of Brazil. And yet we talk about when it's a faceted stone, Brazil didn't produce a lot of large crystals. So this is actually the way to get that larger crystal, because otherwise you're not seeing a lot of large crystals out of Brazil. When they're faceted, they tend to be 2 and 5 points and really on that petite side. So this is a great way to get a little larger stone and a little more wow factor out of a quartz stone with the Paraíba within. So it's our carat 47 with 46 points in diamonds as well. And it also is going to be, oh, this is one of our better values when you look, I don't know if you remember how much I had to zoom back just to get that in the shot here. It's a very large ring. There's a lot of gold substance in this one. You can see it there. Quite large on me, but still lightweight enough to wear every day because it's got the cutout details in the mill grain, the diamonds all the way around the edge, and we've got one only. So come on in. It's a really cool specimen of a gem. It's still a great gemstone, but it's two combined in one. This one's going to be any gold you want as well. So if really is your if your issue with it is I'd really rather have yellow gold, well, that's something I'm willing to do for you. And we will not charge a penny to do it, or rose gold, same thing. Can make it in rose gold for you as well if that sounds like a little bit better plan for you. Honestly, it's going to look good in anything because it's mostly that kind of colorless quartz. So really unique and intriguing. Same with the blue greens. It looks good with everything as well. But how about this going a lot lower than $39.99, and there's a little heart detailing. It's not something you see. I'm not a heart person, but yet I don't mind this at all because it's really, you have to be that close to it as we're seeing it now to notice. Otherwise it looks more lacy. It just looks like a great open negative space detail that you're getting. And we're going to blow it out for better than even, oh, half that. $2,000 going a lot lower than that for you here tonight. It's a big discount day. We've got all kinds of, yes, new, but there's also a celebration of a lot of really unique probably never seen before ideas that have just really had to come down in price. And it's not even $19.99 because half of $3,999 is $19.99 or thereabouts. I mean, getting in the vicinity, but we're going to go lower than $1,500, even though there's more gold. And that's really the key to tonight, is that you're going to see everything priced less than the gold alone would be. So it's like the gems and the diamonds are for free. And that's the beauty of going backwards in all these vault pieces that we have. And yet we're going to do better than 19, 18, 17, 16. I didn't like 1,500 either. So we'll just make sure it goes even lower than that. And when there's that much gold, you got to love a bigger piece. You got to love a statement style. That's what this is, with the pear shape within and then all those details really replicating that pear shaped stone. The whole mounting really drives that theme home. And we're going to make it better than $14.99 as promised. It's going a lot lower than that. Let's make it easy. How about just skipping $13.99 and going to $12.99 only for that one beautiful piece, which is really one of the more exotic stones in the world. And you know, there's no way to get, I don't have a carat 47 Brazilian Paraíba. Never have, probably never will. So to be able to get that size, if you are somebody who generally gravitates towards a bigger stone, there's not going to be a lot of great Brazilian Paraíba options. Like I mentioned, they're generally very small. So it's nice to see something that has that big size and gives you that wow factor. So we're going to make sure that one should be going right now, $12.99 for that value. Let's get to our jade. Can't believe we have jadeite jade for you. It's a real specialty piece, and these are, again, I know when you see them elsewhere, they are so much money, and it's one that we really, again, didn't bring a lot of because we really are insistent about quality. There's a lot more if you're willing to go with just any jade, but when you're looking at the finest, you want that finest green quality. This is not what you usually see. Take a look at how bright it is. This also has the most beautiful, almost like an amulet designer mounting. From the brushing of the metal, which is platinum, it's 1125952, and just the one, that's going to be it. So it's my only jadeite jade of the show tonight. So we're not getting used to like a whole collection. No, there was not a section of jadeite jade in our collection or in our safe. This is it. This is the one and only. So we have our 1 3/8. I'll show it to you on. It's 20 points in diamonds. That's going to be really the bail, top and bottom, north and south there. And then you've got that gorgeous satin finish, which when satin finishing is done well, it almost has like a glittery glow. That's what I would assign this as. And then those end caps that break in the satin finishing where it meets up, you have a lot of mirror finishing, mirror polishing, stunning look. Let's blow it out. I got to show you a distance shot here. So first on the hand to measure, and then on the neckline for you to get a really good perspective. But that is what, boy, this is heavy too. Platinum solid all the way through. Give me a call because we only have one. You know it's going to fly. There's just more collectors for jade than we ever have. And this is not, you know how jade usually looks like a seafoam color, kind of like a light sage green. This is not that. This is where I talk about that quality we insist upon. And you've got it right here. It's an 1 3/8 top to bottom as we show. So that is correct. You're going to slip your favorite chain. Yes, Diamonds by the Yard will work with it. And then here's what it looks like on to give you an idea of the size that you're getting here from a distance away. And what a bright green. I mean, it almost, I think most people would assume you're wearing an emerald. And for an emerald even to be cabochon cut, because this is a cabochon, if an emerald were that color as a cabochon cut as you have here, think of how pricey that would be. But you're going even to a higher level in rarity with this jadeite jade. And it's 252 in the size. We'll take another look at it close up and watch what we're going to do. It just could not be better. And here's your finishing on the inside. You can still see a little bit of that stone exposed there, but really it is just platinum. And again, it's got a great feel. It's got a great weight. This is not a light as air tinny piece made in a different era when jewelry really had no regard. We didn't have to make jewelry with any regard to precious metal pricing. Let's go even lower than $5,999 where it began. That's some time ago, by the way, about 4,000 items ago. So that takes us back about a year and a half, and yet it's not even $59.99. So like I said, everything should be playing catch up. It should be going higher to get up to today's market value. We're doing exactly the opposite, which is why these values are so stunning. And we're going to make it better than half that price at $3, or better than that, not even $2,500. I have had literally, I've had fewer than 5 different jadeite pieces here on this show. I've been here 9 years and 1 week. So this is where, again, that's a very slim ratio. That's about 1 every other year. So there aren't many to go around. And with this price at $24.99, it's a done deal. But watch this instead. I'll go even lower. Let's treat you to the pieces you really love. And again, the ones you don't always see. And that's really what today is going to be about. These really unique styles that you will not find on any other show. And let's make it better than 24 or 23 or 22. One caller gets it. That's all I've got. Bigger stone, great glow. It's even cabochon, but yet it's got a little glow to it. It is. It's emanating this beautiful brightness as if, like, again, we know this with emeralds. If they were really, really dark and cloudy, like most are, you don't get any glow. Only the really good stones give you glow. Well, the same thing can be said for this opaque stone, which again is really testing that, even that category right now. It's a little beyond, I wouldn't call that opaque. It's got a little translucency to it. Let's make it better than 22 or 21 or 2000. Welcome to the home of the best fine jewelry values in the world. We are here for you, and let's make it $1,999 on our only jadeite jade in the house. And that stunner with the pave and this link style with the way the bail, and you can see there you've got actually your hallmarks right there on the sides of the piece. That's actually the hallmarks, the carat weights of the stones. And then, of course, the purity is behind the bail. That's going to be the metal purity. So here we are at $19.99, one only there. And don't forget to call us on anything you have seen, because we've still got that Brazilian Paraíba quartz. And I will show you, we have a pink diamond special. I haven't seen much in the way of smaller pink diamonds as accents. I've got a really giftable, sweetest, any age could wear it ring that might be very giftable for you if you're looking to gift pink diamonds. Yes, pink diamonds. And then we've got a really modern take on a ring. Now, I know it was just last time we saw each other, it was Sunday afternoon, and we had quite the value on a bigger diamond band that really was second to none. But if you don't want to do all the way across diamonds, we've got a solution here in this really special solitaire, which actually is stackable with other things, 111-6975. So here we go again with that older item number for you, really taking it way back. And I love a throwback. I know that's technically Throwback Thursday, but here's where we're going throwback on the pricing, because we know it is that fabulous way where you're not going to get anybody who's going to do a gold band, let alone a solitaire style. Now, this one's going to stay in the white gold. It's our 50-point solitaire, so that round brilliant is a 50-pointer on its own. Gotta love that. Appreciate the fact that that is a half carat, which is really hitting, if that were 49 points, might not be as much. But when you hit those thresholds of what we call the magic sizes in the diamond world, really elevates their price point. This one is very affordable, especially for the fact it's a wider band. You see that it's got a good size band. This isn't a tin lightweight piece. It's got a good size band, a bezel set, which is why you're probably thinking, especially when you see it in perspective on the hand, you're going to think that that stone is a lot larger because of the bezel. That's the beauty of the bezel. The bezel setting works that way, where it gives you a lot larger look because of the bezel. We all know this by now because our eye sees the whole overall diameter, not just the diameter of the stone. So that's why you're seeing that the way it does. And I'll show you on the hand for a little perspective. You can see it's finished on the inside too. Only the one, white gold only, is where this one stays. This goes back a long time, and yet a really modern way. There's a great designer that does all bezel sets. It's on the hand, by the way. It's our 50-point designer ring here, where you can see that if you wanted to actually move it to one side or another, you could kind of think about stacking other type solitaires. Doesn't need to be bezels, could be basket set, what have you. You could move it just side to side. Look at the spark of that stone though. No sparkle filters here. That's all that stone. We give all the credit to the diamonds and Mother Nature. And of course a great lapidary who cut it into that ideal cut round. But with the white gold, solid setting style, smooth as well, so that if you are somebody who's conscious of the fact that not only are you getting a modern look, but you're getting a really wearable, easy style because of the smooth setting. There's not a prong to catch on anything. There's nothing sharp about the ring. That's something a lot of women are looking for now going forward, is we want those really wearable designs, and we don't want jewelry fighting with fashion or anything else. Whether it's delicate skin of people that we're hugging or people that we're holding hands with or what have you. I have had jewelry, I'm embarrassed to say how many times as a jewelry lover and a jewelry wearer, how many times I've had people injured by my jewelry, especially when it's really large. Like, you know, back in the day when we did handshakes and you're wearing that big ring and then someone, you know, gives you a nice firm handshake and then suddenly, ouch, there's a little pinchy pinch, or something where you're giving a hug and suddenly the earring crushes you and everything's a little bit, okay, that was sharp. Whatever it is, we've all been there where, again, there are styles that we have to think about for every day. These are the ones that are really practical to wear, that are never going to do that because, again, all smooth setting style, nothing sharp, no sharp edges, nothing to worry about. So really, really beautiful. And we're going to take it down from $39.99. Again, old price, We take it not up to market value, not up to where it should be today, but taking it down lower just to move it on out and show you that we can bring in the values nobody else can. And we'll make it better than even, skip 3,000, 2,000, or even 15. A half carat solitaire, but looking so much larger because, well, here's the handy dandy millimeter gauge. Got to show you this one because this is where the perspective comes into play. Remember one thing about a diamond. We know that a diamond, if it's 1 carat, which is kind of the, think about the classic, I'm just measuring the millimeter of the bezel. That is a 6.5 millimeter. That is exactly what the millimeter size of a 1 carat diamond would equal to. So that is why 6.5 millimeters overall with that bezel, that's why that's giving you a 1 carat look. Now what you'd pay for a 1 carat diamond is, well, about triple this price. The was price, triple it. Depends on where you are. Sometimes it'd be quadruple or quintuple it. This one's better than 15, but that's the beauty, kind of the science behind being a smart and strategic diamond shopper, is that you can get the best and you can get a bigger look, even if you're on a little bit more of a budget, by knowing the tricks, knowing the again, round brilliance. Well, they're not going to have that bigger look to them, but they do if they're bezel set. So you get the 1 carat look, 1 carat diamonds. I work with diamond wholesalers every single day of my life, and the 1 carat diamonds that they'll offer me if I buy in tremendous volume, that's going to be a whole different thing. You're going to spend over $8,000 right now for a 1 carat VS solitaire. This gives you the look. It's under 15, 14, 13, or 12. Also, again, you can wear it multiple ways. You don't have to wear it as a solitaire. It doesn't need to be the basic solitaire that you've had. You can wear it as a pinky ring or anywhere else. You can stack it, play with it, do different things. But we're going to make this better than 12 or 11. I'm going to blow it out for $10.99, and that's only in the white gold. Stays as is. And then we've essentially got the sweetest diamond ring with all pink diamonds, natural pink diamonds that are going to be extremely affordable. And don't forget, later tonight, I'm bringing you diamond hoops, inside out, oval shape, the incredible diamond hoops we love that have the 2 carats, 35 in diamonds. They've been here for years and years and years and years. And yet we're going to give you our one last low price. It's going to be before they go up, before we make them again, because trust me, they will be made again. They will be made time and again. But the price tag will be completely different. So we're going to give you a last opportunity on those, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, we have Tanzanite, Paraiba. I did bring out, the Paraiba gets fancy tonight because I know they're all fancy, but we got one with pink diamonds as well. Look at this. That is gorgeous. Pink diamond bridge with white diamonds as well. So that's a Paraiba that is 1.5 carats almost, and yet it's one of the most affordable I have. It's a lot more affordable than most of my 1 carat stones are. Here's the big demontoid. This is our 1 carat 62. That is one of the rarest stones you'll ever see, let alone own. And it's our huge demontoid out of Russia. This is the Russian material, so it's gonna have the horsetail inclusion. Actually, you probably see a bit of wispiness if you look, if you really focus in on the center of the stone. I may even come in a little closer here, not that close, because then I want you to see the center of the stone. You will see, okay, there, I just focused. Now, do you see near 6 o'clock? There's a little extra wispiness there that you subtly pick out. That is going to be the horsetail inclusion. So that's where sometimes with the Russian demontoid, they're all supposed to have them, but you would never see it on a smaller stone. But with a carat 62, you have the way to pick up that horsetail inclusion. So that's what authenticates it as Russian, because none of the other demontoid material has the horsetail. So that's going to be 2468. So 2468. Who do we appreciate? I hope you appreciate TVON. The T to the V to the O to the N, because who else is going to do the Russian demontoids? Demontoids out of Russia were the original source. They do command the highest dollar amount. They are the most rare. This is the large stone that we have. There's only been a couple in our lifetime, in our history here, that have ever been larger than this, so that is extraordinary. Carat 62, we know that usually we categorize a 20-pointer as large, so significant to get a carat 62, plus the designer mounting, the yellow diamonds, the white diamonds, swirling, wrapping, pave, and a lot of gold in this one as well. So it's really fantastic, and that's going to be our $14,999 out from the corners of the vault, out at a drop in price today, and a really significant discount. And then don't forget, we'll have our moonstone coming up. I'm going to do that at the top of next hour, which is all of 21 minutes away. So you don't have that much longer to wait for the moonstone, the bridge that I flashed that I know I'm already drooling over. And then we've got this one going lower than even $10,000 today. Well, that's exciting because we love a good Russian demontoid, but look at this. How is a piece this heavy finish this way and under $10,000? Because even if you were to eliminate all the diamonds, all that yellow, white diamonds, and what about that amazing undergallery? There's a lot of gold there. It's a lot of gold. And look at how stunning this is. But really the importance in the yes, you get diamonds from every single angle. The side profile is going to show off as many of those white and yellows as you see from the very top. And you know what's remarkable is the clarity of that stone. Besides, again, this is where an inclusion actually makes it more valuable, of course, because it's not one you really see. It just is the one that tells us it's Russian material. So that's extremely important and high end. And we're going to make this better than even $9,999. Big value here on our largest Russian demontoid, and you're not even paying anywhere near that. Let me show it on the hand too, because this is a quite comfortable ring. I showed you the undergallery, but the way this sits, it's like a dome ring overall, and you see the incredible yellow and white diamonds from all the different angles here as well. And there's that stunning, bright as can be Russian demontoid. This would also be a great piece to wear anywhere on the hand that you want to. That's another great option. You can do whatever you want there, but that is just side to side, top to bottom. Every single detail of that ring is covered. And we're not doing it for $99 either, I promise you. This is the collector's piece. I even think it could be a gentleman's style if he likes a lot of diamonds. You know, because some gentlemen do. They like a lot of diamonds. They're not shying away. But that stone is collectible. All the brilliance and dispersion, better than that of diamonds. You can get a deep flawless diamond, you're not going to have dispersion like you will out of a demontoid out of Russia. And we'll make it even more affordable for you than even 8 or 7 or 6. Remember what I told you about those corners of the vault pieces. Depths of the vault, they don't come out every day. They're not pieces you've seen in a long time, in this case years. And we're going to blow it out for better than even 6 or 5. It's $49.99 for the Russian demontoid. And remember, you're getting well over a carat in diamonds. 61 on the yellows and 52 on the whites. So over a carat, but more on the yellows, which also really sets up that rarity so much. So really, really important. And $49.99. That would be just a wonderful way to get something really important into your collection. If you like a demontoid, that's an incredible price to get one. And I mean, really? You take the stone out, you take the diamonds out, and I know this is where, like, again, we test the audience because we know it's Wednesday. And listen, without being here on a Monday and Tuesday, it takes a minute to get everyone back to, like, our TVON schedule and the reality that, oh, yeah, we're shopping on Wednesday. It's TVON day. This is where truly, guys, there is not a way. I used to sell these loose with the mine owners and different collectors, and I sold Namibian stones and I sold Russian stones as loose stones. And this was back 2004 to 2010 was when I did the bulk of my loose gemstone career on TV. And I will tell you right now, that stone, even back then, a good 20 years ago, 15 to 20 years ago, you would not have found that single stone for $49.99. And never did I believe at those times when I was selling loose gemstones in loose, I never thought that a band ring itself, no matter how much gold, I didn't really think we'd ever enter an era where a gold band could cost over $5,000 in its own right. And that's the era we live in when it's a band like that. When it's a band like that, you're going to spend over $5,000 to put that together. Just to put that together if it didn't have the yellow. I'm not talking about the yellow and the white diamonds in it. I'm talking about just the gold without the diamonds and without the demontoid, which is the real rock star of the whole thing. So $49.99, that's got to go. This is why I brought these out. We're discounting them because we don't want them in the vaults anymore. They've been here, taking up residence for years. It's time for them to go. And we figure we all know the value of what's going on right now with fine jewelry. This is the time when you're going to recognize more so than any when we've got values that are better than they've ever been. And that's really the truth. I speak for 9 years here. There are values better today than where they've ever been. And that's because, again, look at what we're doing on the pricing compared to where it should be today when you've got everything going on in the world it is. So that's a fabulous piece. Then don't forget our top of the hour will be this undeniable, I think it's our best yet, and somehow we just keep getting better and better and better and better. Look at this moonstone. I can't get enough of it because this is the one that, yeah, the moonstone's gorgeous. What else is new? We've been seeing these gorgeous stones for a while. But being set like this above a many, it's 4 rows underneath. It's 6 rows in total of VS diamonds. And then you have them running under your moonstone. And then you see the glittering of the diamonds through the moonstone. Come on now. That's coming up at the top of the hour. It's about 16 minutes from right now. Stay with me for that. That is our best yet, I think. And then this one's got to go for $49.99. That's not staying here. And then let's get to the sweetest pink diamond ring. This is going to absolutely light up our phone lines. There's just no question about it. You know there's, and I don't like to name names of designers because y'all know them. They're iconic. They're well known. The one in particular here that I'm thinking of with this particular design is one that was actually, you know, a relative of one of the most, really one of the bigger names in artwork for a lot of years. still one of those that would be millions of dollars for an original work of art from a designer who obviously had one of his scions be in the jewelry world and really take those creative endeavors and that creativity of design off the canvas and into the really special metals that we love. And of course, really well known for doing sterling silver jewelry at a big designer. Well, this feels like that design. This really has the kind of fluid, subtle movement of it when the band is a little bit more curved, and then everything's offset. The heart shape is designer. It's a little asymmetric. The band is offset with the heart shape. So everything is just kind of, it looks like it's moving, and yet there's a little puff design, which is done in solid puffy pink pave diamonds. Those are natural pinks. And this could be that opportunity where, do you ever think about giving pink diamonds as a gift? This would be the moment right now. 112-8657. We've only got a couple to go around. Probably should have saved it for a top of the hour, but we don't have, I don't think, enough to go around for a top of the hour. And really, we've seen it before, but it was a long time ago. So 112-8657 is your item number here. And it is going to be our 22 points. And I don't have any more of the smaller accent stones anymore. So the days of getting pink diamond pave work, it's over. It's over. We don't have any more of the pinks to work with of this size. You need that consistency of color. You've got saturation of color. It stays as is. That's going to be two-tone gold, white gold for the band, rose gold for where your pinks are set. And then you see this, the entire band is curved, and that's intentional. It looks almost as if the heart shape has just floated on over to your finger, and the significance of it, so sweet. And the diagonal, wait till you see it on, it's so stunning. 22 points is quite a bit though when you're talking about pink diamonds. I could see this as a pinky ring. Obviously, I like to show everything on the ring finger first because you see everything there, so you know how to compare it perspective-wise. But look at how beautiful, and yet, like our Demontoid design, you're seeing this, that beautiful dimension of having that puff design, so it's actually going to be dimensional, and you see the pink diamonds and that pave from all the profiles. So sweet ring here. I could see it for gifting because, you know, we think about the heart shape. I mean, how many times have I been gifted a heart shape pendant over the years? A lot. Because, you know, I've lived a long life and really one of those where it's like, okay, you know, and that's wonderful. And it's a beautiful sentiment. And, you know, it's easy because it's a pendant. This is one that, because the ring, I'm going to say, even if you don't know her ring size exactly, I think it really works well because I think that it's one of those rings that, given that even if you're in the ballpark of size, you're going to have her wearing it obviously anywhere she wants. It could be thumb ring to pinky ring and anywhere in between. There's that. But also, it's always, listen, we can always resize it if you don't guess right or don't know for sure, or it can always be resized by your own local jeweler that you know and trust. But 22 points in pink diamonds, two-tone gold, only a couple to go around, and again, no more pink diamonds. We have only the bigger stones, which tend to be like the 10-pointers, the 15-pointers, everything else, pave-wise, done. So we know that going forward, we're not going to see more designs like this. This is it. It's all we got. So you got a really important way to go here. And we're going to make it very, very affordable because under $2,000 for pink diamonds is exactly that, affordable, right? I mean, a band ring these days, I tell you all the time, it's $2,000 for a band if you're making the most simple, straightforward band out there. This one, not so simple, because it's got that great curve, it's got that great design element. We know you might be getting ready for gifting, right? This is the chance, this is the moment, come on in. Want to make it happen for you. This is really an important style for yourself. Why do I love a heart-shaped ring as opposed to a heart-shaped pendant for everybody to shop for? Is because the wearer of the ring sees it all the time. I know we give heart pendants all the time because we want someone to know how we care and our love. We want them to feel that love. And there's that sentiment of, oh, it's close to the heart where you're wearing it. But I don't love that you can't see it all the time. You got to be in a mirror to see it. Here's the ring that naturally you see your rings all day long. I just think the sweetest gift for somebody anywhere on the hand. Just pick a size and you'll be thrilled that you got it, especially with the rarity pink diamonds are. And it's not even going to be $2,000 or $19.99 for a solid gold band that's, again, got a nice little width to it. This is not a small ring. It's not this little itty bitty ring, but yet still could almost feel like a signet style, but off kilter a little bit. Love that. Intentionally asymmetric for you. And we're going to make it better than even $999 because I really want to make sure that heart-shaped jewelry, this is the time of year when we're shopping more for that jewelry than any other time. You've got pink diamonds, which is obviously really amping it up. One more reminder to all of our new shoppers, because I know it was just on Sunday when I last saw you. We had, it was something when I last left, and there were still people I know getting registered and shopping the show. I know we were up to I think we had 48 new registers. They were first-time shoppers. They had never even been registered before, and they were shopping. They weren't just registering, they were making a purchase for the very first time with us. So I know that this time of year, a lot of people are staying in because you're finding us. It's cold outside, and it's all those things, and we're getting into that shopping spirit where we're thinking about different jewelry ideas for our loved ones, for ourselves, and yet there is no better place to shop a value, and it's not going to be $9.99. So here's where I think as a new shopper, I want to remind you these are natural stones, because I know there's a lot of faux out there. It's most everything. Faux, man-made, lab-grown, all that, whatever you want to call it. If you're calling it LGDs, I know everyone's got their own name for it, and it makes it sound important when it's just a lab-grown. And yes, there are a lot of pink diamonds that are lab-grown out there. So love that we're bringing you the natural. So just another, again, little mention on that, because if you're new and you're seeing a $9.99 price, you're wondering, well, first of all, that's got to be plated gold. Second of all, those have got to be faux man-made diamonds, and neither are true. It's solid gold. It's also done with the natural pinks, and it's not even $899. This is one to get behind, and just a really beautiful, beautiful look to give for yourself. Maybe you want to do a couple of them and do all the different daughters or all the granddaughters or all the sisters or whomever you want to spoil with the best jewelry in the world. But it's not even $899. It's going to be $888 while we last, because we only have a couple to go around. Then we've got the fabulous diamond hoops coming up. 10 minutes away from the gorgeous moonstone. I'm so excited about that moonstone. Our best yet with the diamond weight, that is huge. It's over 1 carat and a third in diamonds. So we're going to see that as well. And if you have any questions, it's a Wednesday night. So we only have 2 hours left with you tonight. So if you have a request, instead of waiting the next 2 hours to hope it comes out, just pick up the phone, dial in. Let me know what you're looking for. We'll help you out there too. Always. That's my favorite thing in the whole world. Don't wait for your favorite piece to come on out. Tell us what you're looking for. Tell us what you want to see. Tell us what you need the biggest discount in the world on, and that's what I'm here to do for you. So $888 on that ring. Thank you. It's very popular. No surprise why. You never get pink diamonds for $888. And of course, it's solid gold. Okay, so we still have the diamond weight out of Russia, carat 62, under $5,000. We're going to see our best diaspora, but also very wearable, coming up a little bit later. And we need requests too, because we're just blowing through jewelry. Look at that. That is the color. The reds, I usually see pink or purple maximum. This is downright reds coming through on that diaspora. We have a major mandarin garnet. The mandarin moments are really something. The mandarins are pricey, but we are discounting what we've got. Also have a copper bearing. There's my bright purple that's new. Hello. If you felt a little bit like maybe you were just kind of dozing a little bit, that stone will wake anybody up. That's the stone right there. That's the stone. That's my purple, and it's 5 carats, 23. I thought for the world that was a 10 carat. And then I was surprised to see it was a 5. And so the price tag's going to be amazing on the purple. So collectors, Purple Paraiba's here. And Jason's getting another pink diamond ring. And we've got another one going out. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad you're loving the pink diamonds. It's my only pink diamond. Besides, there's a 31 pointer that's over $20,000. So there are two options. You can get 22 points for $888 or a 31 pointer for $20,000. I'd much rather go here. Two-tone gold, so all you're choosing is your size. And if you're not sure, take your best guess, because it's going to work on any finger on the hand. So you've got a really wearable piece. Giftable, wearable, and all the things. So also let us know if you want that Russian diamond toy, because that should go before the day is over. And I know that, in this first, especially on a Wednesday, we have so many people join us hour 2 and 3, that everything goes. You guys are here smart and wisely here because you get first dibs. But honestly, the pieces all end up going. So if there's something you're already thinking about from the first 53 minutes, you shop it now, because when we start recapping later, it's usually fights and 10 and 20 people on every item. So you guys are getting the first chance to get in on those values. We've got our moonstone about 7 minutes away. Yes, we're going to see the last call on hoop earrings. I think they are the ultimate way to get the big diamond weight, but not oversized. Something that shows up, something that's lovely, but not too big, not too grand. I'm going to flash in. This is my only Windsor sapphire pendant. Might as well show it to you here. Got a Windsor, usually in rings. Jason, what were you taking over there? Did you get a ring? Oh, fabulous. Good, good, good. Who was that? Oh my gosh. Dale, well, what's he looking for? I wonder if we have it. any type of pearl. Ring, necklace, bracelet, earrings, ring. Okay. No color specification, huh? Oh, okay. All right. Well, Dale will work on that for you. Look at this. This is our really, really rare sapphire. And welcome in, everybody. It's almost top of the hour, so we've only got a couple hours left on a Wednesday night. Glad you're with us. Thanks for being here. It's so fun to do it without you guys, so it's really good to have your company tonight. 96.70, because I miss you guys. Mondays and Tuesdays are so depressing. It's like, oh, I miss everybody. But here we go, 90 points in the Windsor. Emerald cut stone. It is partially blue and partially pink. And it's almost as if it's painted, because it looks almost like, you see the pattern? That's nature. Nature did this 90-point miracle where it's the only place, it's out of Tanzania, it's the only place that two colors combine and not blend, but instead do this great split. So you've got a purpley blue color, which we know is a pretty big category of sapphire color, but that's almost like it's a beautiful billowy effect within the pink. So you've got a really nice hot pink. And then you get the top portion there, which was, I think, wise to set it that way, because you see the veils on the left. So it's almost like the blues and purples are going to be, it's almost like they're dripping down from the top, and then they're just kind of like, almost like a painted effect. It looks so cool. And then you get the really beautiful, it's a real fuchsia, deep pink color, 8 points in diamonds all the way on this platform. It resembles like a North Star design as the platform of pave. And then you get this really pretty sapphire that gives you 2 in 1. And it's not a combination of 2 stones. That's where, again, we differentiate between that sapphire that's got a couple colors combined versus 2 great colors within 1 stone. It grew that way. The rough crystal looked that way. Had the 2 colors present, which is requiring 2 different elements that have to come together. So again, we usually see purples and blues. Well, blues are really iron and titanium. Purples are vanadium. That's what gives them their color. The pinks are more chromium. So here you figure you've got probably a little mix of everything. You've got a little bit at the top there, iron, titanium, vanadium, some chromium making up the rest of the way, but that's really the fun of this Windsor. Really makes it rare, super special mine. You saw the length, which was right in between. So let me see if I can get exact for you. It was right at, I'm going to call it 3/4 of an inch. It's technically a teeny bit more than that, but not enough to go to 7/8. Take a look at it on here as well, just to show you from a distance away how beautiful that is with those different colors combined. Of course, lends itself to even more of your wardrobe then, which is always nice, I think. And we're going to blow it out. We'll go back up close, but just wanted you to see it there in the white gold. It can actually be changed. So if you'd rather have the yellow gold or the rose gold, that is something I'd like you to tell your operator, and we'll be happy to do that for you. But blowout on the Windsor. It is supposed to be $39.99. It's a really rare thing to get the clean Windsors. They usually have some visible inclusions. This one does really not. I mean, it's just a color difference that you see there and the pattern of the color and the way that's mixing in with that pink. Let's blow it out for $9.99. That way somebody can own and experience a Windsor without having to break the bank to do it, and usually they are. Some of the most important sapphires, well, they're priced the way that they should be. I mean, they're important and they're rare, and I just don't know where else you're going to compare them to. I just know what I know. When I debuted them to the world here at TVON, when I brought them out for the very first time, it was one of those where everyone was taken aback, because we were expecting, we know sapphires are expensive stones, but then we saw, well, something more rare. So they were even more than a typical blue or pink or even ruby, which is a red sapphire. So that's where, again, really took a discount here, took the older item, said, let's blow it out and make it happen for you. So that's going to be our really, really special $9.99 Windsor, one only. And again, you get the freedom to change that gold color as well into the yellow or the rose if that's your preference, but that's only $9.99. Got to have that one go. And then we're a couple minutes away from our moonstone in the bridge, our most diamond weight we've seen yet. Actually, besides the carat 42, that was gone in a hurry. But we had, we're going to see another large diamond weight with our moonstone. Really exceptional moonstone, deserves exceptional diamonds. So we got that on the way at the top of the hour. We'll see some morganite drop earrings later. We'll take requests. I know we're working on those for you, Dale. And then we've got tanzanite pendant, major value there. Lots to show you in the next couple hours, but never enough. Really, again, always want to get through everything here. So again, let us know. It'll leave us with a couple hours to spare to show you more, and that would be up to you and your request. So let us know what you'd like to see. But let's move on. The heart shapes are still here, by the way, with the pink diamonds. Yes. Measure the heart ring. Okay, sure. Let's try it on to do that. I don't know if they want a millimeter or a with the ruler, but let's just do that here real quick. I'll take what I got. I've got, so see how this is like one continuous curved band? And then I'm assuming they mean the heart-shaped design itself, which is going to be, if you look at it from one side to the other, it's about 1/4 of an inch, not too much more than that. So, and again, for reference, I wear a size 5.5. If you're trying to judge based on, obviously, if you have a size 12 finger, it might look a little smaller. If you have a size 3 finger, it might look a little bigger. So for reference, again, you can see that there. But really, I think would work. I wear a pinky ring that's about this size every day of my life. It's a little signet ring. It's not this signet ring. It's a different one. I wear like usually 4 to 5 signet rings all at once, to tell you the truth, and they're all different. And that's kind of what that feel gives you, but with color and with two-tone gold and with pink diamonds. So that's $888. And one more look at it, because it sounds like we still have, I think we're down to 2 left only on that heart shape, maybe 1 now if they decide to get one. So that's going to be a huge discounted value there. I love that $888 price. My Wednesday's still here at $999 if you'd like that. And again, all these pieces will be recapped and sold later. That's just how the Wednesday nights work, before everybody remembers that, oh yeah, we're here, because again, we don't have the advantage of being on your TV all the time, 24/7. So Wednesdays always have a little bit slower start, and that's why we're so appreciative to those of you that are hanging out with us right here from the beginning. So welcome on in. Thanks for being with us tonight. Hi everybody, I'm Lauren. This is a really fabulous Wednesday. We've got big top of the hour coming up. I'm so glad you're here. 2 hours left. I'm the host here at TVON. My name is Lauren Blair. We got 2 hours left to go. We've got any of your requests coming out to play. Really a night about discounts and blowouts and taking most pieces. Most of the pieces you saw in the first hour, did you ever see those before? They're going to feel like new, but then of course if they were new, they would have prices somewhere, you know, everything would be $10,000 or more these days, because you've got 2,000 plus just in gold bands these days. We haven't done a $10,000 piece yet. So, well, we just reduced it to $49.99. It was actually a $15,000 Russian demontoid that was down below 5. So lots and lots to get to. Brand new is still here too. We're going to talk about our moonstone, which I know we're so excited about. I'm thrilled you're here with me. We are taking requests all night long, so let us know if there's anything, because when you think about it, we're like 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving and it's really late this year. So maybe if you are thinking about trying to do some holiday shopping for yourself, like what you want to have for all the holiday gatherings and festivities, what you want to be wearing, or maybe it's something you want to really find that perfect specialty gift for that person you want to just completely spoil this holiday season, we've got you covered. But this is, well, it's about as high-end as a mounting as we do. It's covered, and I mean literally covered in diamonds, but it's also a bridge. So we do diamonds covering the ring, but on multiple levels. And it just could not be better. And I think that we have been really hoping to see something like this, because as I brought out these incredible moonstones for you the last several weeks, they've been out of a private collection that I never thought would actually be released, but just in really in light of the magical of the holiday season that we are approaching, and really bringing you the desire to have something new and fresh that you haven't seen before, these moonstones came out to be really just enjoyed, and that's exactly what they have been. Enjoyed by one and all. I can't remember one that stuck around here. It is an incredible night to see what I think might be the prettiest thus far. Just this amazing mounting, bridge style, carat 36 in diamonds everywhere. And of course, the beauty of these stones is their colors. It is beyond surreal. It feels like, and again, it was all over the news, how some people across this great country of ours, where usually you need to be in really cold climates across the world to see the aurora borealis or the northern lights. Well, we had some rare visibility here in the U.S. even tonight. Now, don't leave me, but maybe just again, you have to be in a certain place on the, like usually the East Coast, up in the very, very top, like northeast corner of the country. But this is the beautiful look you can have all the time, where it feels a little bit like that, except even the northern lights usually have a purple or a green. It's usually what a moonstone's going to do, purples, blues, and greens. This is where you're getting pinks, reds, yellows, goldens, every color of the rainbow, in addition to your purples and your blues and your greens. And yet it is so striking, and it's not that I'm going to wait and maybe get a glimpse here and there. You see it all the time. There is no lack of color from any direction, from any movement. The stone is amazing. So ready to see it? It's our brand new moonstone. These are going quickly, and we want to make sure that, again, you get one before they're completely gone, because what are we going to do? You can't replenish something like this. I mean, seriously, look at this, a gorgeous piece. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you here on the hand as well, because I want you to see the side-to-side nature of this one. This is what's so cool, because there's something that all the other moonstones I've had did not do, that this one does. And you know what that is? It's the bridge. So what does that mean? What it means is you get to see the diamonds through the moonstone. That's the best part. You get to see VS diamonds. So you think like, okay, I couldn't get any better, right? Not usually, because you have all the colors. And I don't care if I hold it still, if I move it, does not matter. You see all the colors, every angle. This is so incredible. You're gonna love it. I know you have incredible jewelry collections. I'm no dummy, I get it. A lot of people have been shopping for jewelry for a long time. It's tough to get something new and fresh, something you don't have. Even if you have a moonstone, you probably don't have one that looks like this. But instead of just giving a glow that looks like unicorns, it really is sparkle as well, because those diamonds, which are 4 rows underneath, 2 rows top and bottom, so 1 row, top, bottom, 4 rows that run all the way, look at this, side to side. Wait till you see this up close too. 4 rows of diamonds, all bigger stones. We're gonna go up close and watch the diamonds. I know you already see it there, but watch how they sparkle within. So it's going to be where you get, look at that. It's so, I mean, really, come on. When do you see diamonds in a moonstone? Because that's the one thing that maybe it lacks, is while it's gonna have this amazing color, it's not gonna have sparkle necessarily. It's more of a rainbow-like glow. Here's where you get the literal, incredible sparkle. I can't get enough of this one. And we got to figure out a way to say, not only happy Wednesday, but let's get you a great value. It's item number 1129691. Let's talk about the pertinent details, which most people could care less when it looks like that. Do you ever care? Like, you just want what it gives you. It gives you style, it gives you luxury, it gives you amazing color that goes with absolutely everything. There is not an outfit or an ensemble that you cannot wear that moonstone with, and I hope you will and do. Just wear it and love it. That stone itself is $242. Gives you a little perspective. They tend to look much bigger because they are a less dense stone, so it's going to look bigger. This one looks more like, it looks more like a 4 to 5 carat, and then you've got the incredible way the diamonds. Carat 36, 6 rows in total. This is 100% diamonds side to side, and even if you get a bigger ring size, it's going to be diamonds from side to side. This is so good. Take a look at it. This is, and I want to show you the finishing because it's a lot of gold too. That's the other thing. We can talk diamonds and stone weights all day, but when you see how much gold is here, the thickness, the depth, the inside finishing, all those extra special details, and we're even going to change the gold color if you want us to. We went with the white gold to show off the white diamonds, but maybe you like yellow or rose. We can do that too. But that is going to be, okay, this is one for the ages here. And nobody's on the phone lines yet, which means we're probably just all hoping. Please make it affordable. Please make it affordable. Please get it under $20,000. My job is to make everything affordable, because if I didn't have that as the job description, then guess what? I could be working anywhere, okay? From a retail store to, oh, pick a network, right? But the whole point is you get kind of addicted to values. I know I'm not the only one. I know you guys probably are, maybe more so than me. You get addicted to the values. You want that jewelry at a teeny price. And once you experience the best quality out there for a small price, that's what you want every time out. Let's get this a great chance here. Really, really good opportunity if you want one of our best. It's actually not that pricey as much as I thought with that mounting, which I know back in the day when I started here, so again, 9 years ago when I started here, that mounting was one of our most expensive. Still is. But what used to be $4,000 to make is now closer to $12,000 to make. And so I was a little bit worried, is this going to be over $20,000? It will not. Come on in. Let's shop. Let's do this. We can make this happen. And my job is to bring you a value no matter what, because it's no fun if we just all sit back and look at things and say the I wish, the or one day, or the I'm going to put it on my wish list. I just think it's much more fun to be able to say, yes, and do it with such pride, knowing you got the savings you did. And I'll try it on again in case you didn't see it to start the presentation, but let's really blow this out and make it even better than even, I can't do $14,999. Kids can't do it, not with a straight face. We got to make sure after that big push on values, got to make sure this one is as well. So here's how we make that happen. And all you can do is jump in. It's all you can do. And what we're going to see is if we have anybody thinking about it, I think it's the prettiest stone we've had yet. I think it's a great way to show it off and offset it here with that magic of the diamonds running underneath. So this is really a perspective that helps, because also you see there's almost this, instead of like just a blue, you get this wash of like beautiful golden glow. It feels like golden hour, right? Right? It's like, just again, we have a lot of that out here. That's why the movie industry is here, because we were known, the West Coast here, and especially in California and Southern California in particular, for the most magical golden hours where the lighting is just right. And like lighting is just like, you don't even need, if you catch it right, you have the most amazing lighting. Lots of movie productions, they use it to this day. They have to schedule all their shoots based on one specific time of day, and it changes all through the year just to have that perfect light, that glow, that amazing lighting that just makes everybody look all glowy and wonderful and happy, and just again, really a special kind of moment. This is like golden hour all the time, but with all these other colors at play. And yet, I don't have anyone on the phone lines, and it's probably got something to do with the $14,999. So let's just go ahead and take that away and put it on the auction block. And what a risk that would be. What a monumental risk that would be. It's too early in the show for auctions. I'm going to do it anyways. I really want to reward those of you that are hanging out and especially really needing and wanting that value. Here's how we do it. And there's a lot of diamonds. I know the mounting when I got here was over $4,000. It's changed because a nearly decade has gone by. And we know we're experiencing now the greatest gold pricing we've ever seen as a society, as a worldwide industry. So we're seeing things a little different than they used to be 9 years ago, 10 years ago, and the like. We're going to do better than even 14,000. 10,000 or even 9. I really want to make this a doable opportunity so you can get it at home, see what it's all about. These are stones that, again, are a little bit tricky to do justice on television with all the bright lights. They're a little like opals, they're a little like pearls, where they actually prefer a more normal light, like in your home, at your office, out to a restaurant, wherever, all the places you go in a day in the life when you're wearing your jewelry. That's where this is going to really shine and glow. These harsh lights are not helping them out at all. The moonstones need just that regular lighting, and they're just doing all the magic on their own. And we're not going to ask for $10,000. Come on in. We're going to put on the auction block. I promise you that, because otherwise I can't do this. It's really going to take the magic of the auction to get this down to a price tag that I think is going to get the phone lines ringing. That's kind of, it's something that, you know, when you're a host and you're observant and you kind of do this for a long time, as I certainly have, you know, it becomes one of those things where you get to know that there's certain levels of pricing, even just a matter of timing, where right now, even if I gave it a, I don't know, an incredible price like $79.99, it's half off. It's half off of where it should rightfully be tonight, but I kind of feel like $79.99 may not get the job done. It may not get the piece of home today. Sometimes you just got to do more grand gestures and extreme discounting. It's exactly what I'm going to do. We're not asking for 10 or 9 or 8 or 7 or even 6 or 5. I'm going to just get it down to a really below cost on the mounting. Moonstone's free that way. These are all been saved. They've all been collected as part of a private collection, so they're nowhere else. This is not something you're even going to find at a museum. It's certainly worthy of a museum, but it's not something you'll find there. And it's not going to be $5,000. Well, I was really thinking 45. Ultimate low, we're going to go even lower than that, just to welcome everybody on in. And a carat 36 in diamonds, second most diamonds we've ever had with one of these collectible moonstones. I invite you to join in, because you never know, you might walk away with one of the most incredible values we've seen in a decade on this show. Certainly getting under cost here already, and let's do better than 45, better than even $4,000. I really want to get a lot of people in, because that's where it becomes fun. The competition of an auction, getting more than one person the opportunity. We know it's probably not going to be the busiest of auctions. That just has to do with the day and the time and all that. But we're going to do even better than $4,000. Let's go $3,500 to start. And it's a $10 increment only, and it is the most beautiful. I mean, there's sometimes you may have never thought about moonstone before. I know, never even considered owning a moonstone in my life, because all I'd ever seen was these small, nondescript cabochons. They were small, they were cabochons, they looked essentially colorless, except if you got it like just at the right angle, you'd see a little bit of blue, and that was that. This one, look what that does. Oh my, oh wow, every color, I mean, count them all out. Blues and greens, purples and reds, oranges and yellows, and then every color in between, because it's the brighter and the softer. It's like you get the pastels and the neons all at once, which usually you got to pick a color category and stay there. $3,500 to get it started. We're going for it. We're going for it. And I got to try it on again, because you got to see the width of it. It's a ring. I usually do say go up a half size beyond your normal, just to ensure a comfortable fit, because it is a wide band and it is a wide ring all the way around. You saw the depth and the width through the back, all finished on the inside. No open at 35. Not yet, at least. Unless Jason is seriously considering it here, we're going to find out. And one beautiful ring, diamond side to side. And that's the beauty for me, is look at that from that angle. Watch the moonstone. Now you see all the brilliance of the diamonds, which are also all the colors of the rainbow, through it. It's rainbows on rainbows on rainbows on rainbows, but all in different ways. Brilliance of diamonds, subtlety of glow, rainbow kind of, again, feels very, it feels like Aurora Borealis is more what it feels like. I've been saying that because when I see rainbow, I think it implies bright, bright, bright primary reds and blues and greens. This is more, again, it's softer than that. It's more feminine than that. It's very female, it's very womanly, it's very, it just feels like something that any gem lover is going to love, because we love gems, because we love their color. We love diamonds because we love their sparkle. This is a stone that really combines all that together, and we have no open at 35, do we? Well, we are verifying 35. Here's what I'm going to do to make it really interesting, because I need to get the phones rocking. So let's make it happen. It's a Wednesday night. Glad you're with us. Let's make this even better than 35. I'm going to need a lot of people on this one. A lot of people. A lot of competition. Let's go for it here. When you see a value, and you know as well as I do, and I get it, not everyone's got a jewelry manufacturer in their backyard. But when we are literally, I don't even have to go to the backyard of the studio. It's in the studio, in-house. We have our manufacturers here. That mounting can't be done for 35. So anything less, and you know that even basically 9 years ago, couldn't have been done for 35. It was more than that. So when you're getting the moonstone, and we're just talking about gold and diamonds here, it is one of the heftier, heavier gold and diamond mountings we do. And it's not going to be 35 or 34 or 33 or 32. Now it's no excuse time. Now it's just dial in and go for it. You also have a money back guarantee once you get it at home. So if you're thinking, well, what's it going to look like in person? That is something I want you to experience. And I'm doing everything I can to get everybody on the phone line so you can have that chance more affordably than you would ever imagine possible. And it's not going to be 32 or 31. Let's really, really get this thing going here. I mean, could be just too early. Could be far too early to be showing this. Or maybe it's just right, because those of you that are here ready are going, I'm getting the deal of a lifetime. Thank goodness nobody else is watching. I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to do 32. I'm not doing 31. I'm going for it. Let's go. $3,000 to open. $3,000. I don't know what to do other than that, because we're looking at basically the price of a small band ring with no diamonds and no moonstone. That's what we're looking at right now. Can't fight the gold world. So we're looking at the price of what you'd pay for like a 3mm gold band by itself, like a little skinny wimpy men's wedding band. Like one of those really narrow, not much to it, probably 3 or 4 grams of gold. That's what you pay for a plain band. Not anything that's this wide, covered in diamonds. Oh, by the way, they're all full cut, round, brilliant, big ones too. And a carat 36 worth in diamonds, in solid gold, any color you want. Should we give it 60 seconds to get it started, or do we have the open? What's happening back here? Do we have the open? No. Okay. Yes, maybe. Thinking about it. We've got the open officially. You got it. All right. So we've got the open at $3,000. We've got it. And we've got a bidder. And that low starting, well, that was designed to get a lot of people in. We don't have a lot of people. We've got one. But we do know it's going to go. So at this point, the option of staying silent and not getting in for the ring is no longer, because this will get it home here in the next couple of minutes. So we have $3,000. Thank you so much. We've got it started, and we'll find out who that open is with. We are just going to give, you know what, guys, I'll give it 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Took a minute to get the open. We've got it. So it started. It's going to go. Now we give it a final 2 minutes, and we will sell the thing. In any gold you want, there's no charge for that. Sizing, no charge for that. Shipping, no charge for that. Every day, every item, no charge for shipping. That is a huge deal. When shipping isn't exactly 10 bucks. I wish it was, it's not. So here's where you get that big value, and there's no extra hidden littles. They're like an extra fees, nothing. This is it. It is an auction that still is going to give you your money back return policy. It still gives you that amazing chance to see it and get it at home, put it on, make sure it's comfortable. It is a wider ring. It's probably going to be a little heavier than most of the rings you have currently, but that's okay. That's luxury. That's luxury. I don't mean heavy, uncomfortable, cumbersome, gonna take it off at the end of the day. I mean just a little bit more weighty than your typical ring, because you see, it's essentially like having 6 rings in one. I have diamond bands every single day here. There are diamond bands like this. This is like having a foundation beneath your moonstone that is 6 individual diamond bands. I don't know where you're getting a diamond band for $500, but that's how it breaks down right now. That is literally $500 if you were just look at it as 6 bands making it up. That is far more. It's more complex to do it this way than having 6 individual bands. Bands can be like pumped out in assembly lines. They can be mass produced, no problem. This is very different. And then of course, right on top of all those bands, you've got a moonstone. Best private collection we've ever had. And now we're gonna give it 2 final minutes and we'll see it out the door. So you have 2 minutes to jump in. Lately, I think a lot of people are newer, so not realizing there's a little delay in just, sending the broadcast signal up to the satellites and down to where you are at home. So there's a reason it's 2 minutes. It doesn't wait till the clock ends and then call. It really means you got to call at the start of the clock to be in, because we had so many people lately as we're calling the auction and they're missing out because they were a little too late. So let's give it 2 minutes and then we will sell it and we'll see who's got it. But 2 minutes and $3,010 on the increment only. So certainly makes that plenty affordable for everybody who wants a big, gorgeous designer diamond mounting, the best moonstone out there to ever exist. And it is right here. And of course, the fancy facet pattern, which is helping to bring that material to ultimate utter life there. And that would never happen. You would never get all these colors if it wasn't just sensational material to begin with, but then also that fancy faceting. It's fancy, maybe not for a normal gem, but that's very fancy faceting for a moonstone. Moonstones are typically that smooth dome cabochon cut. So really part of the magic happening here. And even from the sides, there's color from the side angles, from the culet, from the pavilion, all the way to the crown faceting to, of course, right front and center on that table faceting, all the way through. We have a minute to go. We're looking for 3,010 or more. Anybody else on this one, you gotta let us know now, because in 1 minute from right now, it is sold and done, and you never are going to see it again. That's the problem. We don't repeat these items. These are beautiful, unique, specialty, get them while you can, moments in time. That's what these are. We've got a big, big diaspora coming up. We still have the heart-shaped pink diamond ring as well, if anybody needs that from earlier, but here we are. Man, can you imagine if we put this on like a weekend show? Can you imagine? We would have probably started at $10,000, would have had probably 50 people, and here we are with 30 seconds to go and a final call. Sure, one more time on the hand, here we go. Any gold, I would say stay with the white. If you're not sure where to go, stay with the white gold. Showing off all the most amazing, look at that, so much even. This is a little bit lower light here from this perspective, so you do tend to see a little, it just got a little bolder, didn't it? It got a little more enlivened with color. So we are at, let's see, do we have anybody else? What a stone, what a ring. And by the way, it doesn't sit up too high, because you see, it is essentially like 2 subtle rows to the way the band itself is elevated. And then you've got the stone sitting in its basket and 4-prong setting style to make sure it's nice and secure. What a piece. Can I bid? I know that's against the rules, but I really, really, really want this ring. I need to put a bid in here. And I know it's obviously against the rules. Are you kidding me? I'd be blowing, I'd be literally going 10,000 and literally everybody else would drop out. Everybody else would be out at that point. Instead, I'm going 3,000. Do we have 3,010? Yes or no? You got it? Sold. Congratulations. That is gone. Well done. Let me just give you a look at this purple. It's one I flashed earlier. I want to get you a little closer look at our purple Paraíba or copper bearing. Same thing, same difference, same thing. It's just purple Paraíba or copper bearing or Cuprian albite. You can call it what you will, but that is a very, very impressive piece. And we have this 5 carat size. It's actually 9685. I thought it was a bigger look than 5 carats, but that's what some stones do. Some stones are just going to give you a bigger look. And that's the cool part of it. So this one's just something, some food for thought here. 9685, it's a 523 on the carat weight on the oval, and then you've got a lot of diamonds around it as well. Carat 01 is your diamond weight, so a really beautiful style there, and just something so elite level really, and that's of course neon thanks to the copper. Now at the bottom of this hour, which is only 7 minutes from now, we're gonna bring out the hoops. And the hoops are, I know, some of you own them, my apologies. I just want to make sure everybody who does not own them in the 2 carat 35 size gets a chance to get them before they are Made again, and then they cost like 8 times the price. That's basically to put it in layman's terms. We're also going to talk about a Paraíba that's here. If you have any interest in this huge 523, I'm going to try my best to give this one. Well, actually, let's just do it. Let's just make this an incredible price. I already had a blowout on a Russian demontoid. Let's do it on this one too, because that's actually a 19,999 piece, but it's not going to be. And that's what it looks like on the hand. So yes, definitely delivering a larger than 5 carat size, I would say, based on this further away perspective. But it is not going to be 9999. I got giveaways. I got deals. And that's what we're doing all night. Well, for the next 95 minutes. And then the hoops are coming up in a few short minutes. We got another top of the hour coming up in about 30. So it is just a whole beautiful evening of value. But this is not going to be 9 or 8 or 7 or 6 or even 5. I want the blowout. We're going to do it right now for $49.99, and that's one of our bigger ones. Usually I have the 1 carats. The 1 carats are 3. When I have a carat and a half, they're usually 4. So why do we just jump up to a 5 carat plus size and we've got it under 5? That's what the blowouts you're treated to on a Wednesday night are all about. That's what we do. So here you go. This is a closer look at it. And I think now I've got the smudge off of it too because it had a little fingerprint, but there it is now, all clean and polished to perfection. We will have morganite earrings. There's a fancy cut blue wing as well. So this is the only huge copper bearing, and it is first time seeing it here. So that's also key to remember. And then if you have any questions on anything you saw earlier, like the pink diamond heart-shaped ring or anything else, we're happy to help. There are also Paraíbas, though, in a quick little mini wheel, which I'm very excited about because we have some Paraíbas here in all the greens and the blue greens that are all part of our pendants, actually. It's a pendant collection, so very exciting. And I thought we'd just blow them out for you because that's what we do on Wednesday nights, no matter what. So let's take a look at option 1. They're all going to be on their side just for ease of just seeing them up close here. So I've got 3 different styles, 3 different, slightly different colors, and they're all going to be Paraíbas, which mean they do have the copper determination there. So you know you have copper content, and well, look at this, pear, oval, and also this is a cushion. So actually I may show that just because I think it's a weird angle when it stands up on its side. So I'm going to show it here so you can actually see how that one's going to sit on the neckline on your favorite chain. And then we have our oval here. We'll scooch them in a little bit, and our pear shape over there. So all 3 copper bearing, and a beautiful way to go because, well, pendants are easy to give. You never need to worry about style really because they're all kind of classic. We didn't go overboard on any of these styles. We didn't make anything too different or too wild or too weird. It's just all classics. Now you get a little more diamond weight on some than others, which is just, again, the beauty of choosing your favorite and getting different styles for everybody. But what I love the most is that they're big Paraíbas and they're going to be knocked down in price tag. So let me walk you through first of all the carat weights because they vary. And we have the first one I want to point out is over here. It's in the 18 karat gold. So we're going to upgrade with the most diamond weight by far here. You've got the upgrade in the gold here, but you're getting the slightly smaller stone, but I would also point out it doesn't look that much smaller. This is our carat 31 over on the left side. So carat 31 pair, 18 karat white gold, and a 31 point diamond that includes the baguettes and the rounds. Our next size up is going to be the 255, which is the oval over here on the right side of your screen. That's an oval. So these are all really green blues. They're all about 60-40 green to blue in their ratios. This is our 255 oval. It's got diamond accents, and then we go to the middle. That's where your largest stone is. It is the cushion set east to west. That is the 3 carat, exactly 3 carat, and 3 points in diamonds, just stacked in that trillion design right up top to make for a decorative and designer bail. The beauty of this is really, besides the fact that it's one of the rarest stones on the planet, the beauty is the discounting. They've all been here. They've all been presented. They've all been on the air before, but they started at $49.99 and they went up from there. So it was anywhere between $5,000 and $6,000 on any one of those 3. Now the price goes significantly less than that. You just choose your favorite. That's all you got to do. And that's an easy call. I think everybody can easily look up there and probably find whether it's the stone shape you like the best or the design you like the best. You're going to easily find your favorite. And then all you do, dial in. Actually, you want to dial in first before you even know your favorite because they're all one of a kind. Now, 2 of them we can switch the gold color on. Remember how 2 are 14 and 1 is 18 karat? The 18 karat's on the left with that pair. That one's going to be the only one that stays in the white gold. The other 2 are 14 karat gold. We'll be happy to change those for you. So you can change the gold color. So either way on the center or the right side as you take a look at your options. And there's a new blowout, $49.99 or more is where they began. That's where they started. But you know we got to take that away. We got to move some Paraíba pendants here tonight. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So now is your chance. 90 minutes to go in the show. We've got the hoop earrings. Last call on the hoop earrings coming up in 2 minutes. So that gives us 2 minutes to blow all 3 of these out. And that's exactly what we'll do. They're all really, I would say, easy to wear sizes. There's nothing that's going to be too oversized here. You'll see them as you request them. We'll show them on. Remember, carat 31 on the pair. Then we go up to the 2 carat. It's our 255 on the oval. And then the 3 carat even in the cushion cut in the center. All 3 the same price. They're not even close to 4 or 3 or even $29.99. They're going a lot lower than that. And you just need to call in. It's all you got to do. Pick out your favorite. And copper-bearing stones, AKA Paraíbas. You call them the same. If it's blue, green, or purple, you call it Paraíba. That is gemologically correct, but it's also copper-bearing. Copper-bearing is what makes up Paraíba, Paraíba. Otherwise, there's hundreds and hundreds of different colors of, literally thousands of different colors of tourmaline. If they don't have copper, you just call them tourmaline. When they have copper, that's when you can call them Paraíbas. Again, if they're blue, green, green, blue, or purple. So those are the colors. Again, just there's also, because there are a few yellows and a few pinks out there, even some golden stones that will have copper content. But really that's how we as an industry, and I say we, I don't mean the home shopping industry, I mean the gemological societies, that's what they've decided. Blue, green, green, purple, all Paraíba, but again, the copper content is what makes them rare. That is what makes them special, and they're not even gonna be $2,000 a piece. So all you do is pick your favorite, and they're good sized stones, and when you get the genuine copper, that's when your stones get really, really rare. So all you do, pick your stone, pick your style. Let's take a look at them. They're not going to be $29 or $19.99. We got literally moments till our hoop earrings come out to play, and I will take these even lower than $19 or $18.99. Let's really send them out. We'll go let's go all the way down. How about $1,888? And that will be it. And just your chance, your choice of pick your favorite, let us know, left, right, center, cushion pair oval, and it will be right out to you. But that is an incredibly important value on bigger Paraíbas, carat 31, 255, and a 3 carat stone in the middle. That's an incredibly important way to shop. That's just a value. I mean, Paraíbas for under $2,000. Usually I don't have that unless it's literally a 10, 20, 30 point stone. To get bigger gem presents like this out of those copper bearings, really impressive for $18.88. So we give it 60 seconds, we get to our hoops, and then we've got our big hoop earrings, and then our top of the hour. Our top of the hour is really good too. We've got a great top of the hour. Tanzanite pendant's gonna be here. I hope that you saw some Tanzanite pricing in the last couple of days out in what's called the real world, or just even the real world of home shopping, because we consider ourselves quite a bit of like a fantasy shopping experience. Look at this look at the Tanzanite we're gonna have coming up. And that Tanzanite is gonna also be a 2 carat pluser, individual cushion cut stone with a big yellow diamond. And we've got quite the price tag. Really incredible, worthy of our top of the hour. So we'll see that. And then the hoops. Unfortunately, it's last call on this hoop earring. So we'll just state the obvious. They're all gonna sell out. They can go out tomorrow, as long as you have a white or a rose gold preference. So we're gonna get into the hoops, one of our most iconic styles we've ever done, a bestseller, no doubt, and that's gonna be coming up for you. So Paraíbas, still hanging out. Hoop earrings, hanging out for one last time at this price tag. I'm sure they will be back at some point, but at a 2025 or 2026 gold price and diamond price, which would be a bit different. So here's where we're taking the old price and moving it down, because I've only got a few pairs here. So the theory was, I did this last Wednesday quite a bit. It was a big anniversary show, and I got some extra special values just because we sold only what was here. So we ended up dropping everything and reducing everything far below cost to do it. Welcome in, everybody. It's the halfway point of the show. It's our Wednesday night. We're live with you in Los Angeles. So glad you're with us. We've got about, it's not even 90 minutes. We've got about 88 minutes left. And we are so thrilled to get requests in. I hope we're working on some requests for everybody. Simply let us know via phone call. That's all you got to do. Just dial in, talk to one of our operators. We'll bring it out for you. But this is really something that needs no introduction. It's a diamond hoop earring. But there are so many different levels of quality and sizes when it comes to diamond hoops that you're never going to see anything like this anywhere else unless you have them custom made. And even to have them custom made, you would need somebody who's very skilled as far as diamond buying in the industry, who has access to VS stones, because all, yes, even our 235 diamond hoops, they are VS diamonds. These are incredibly important diamonds inside and out. That literally means front and then inside of the back. So all anyone sees are diamonds when they see them from the front. And take a look at them. They're beautiful. They're really, really rare too, because this is not something we're making going forward unless you demand them. And even if we did, it's going to be a little more money. So I'd really like to give you one last call on item number 111-0425. This is what gives them their elite status. The fact they're 1.5 inches, the fact they're oval, and the fact they're the inside out of the VS diamonds, which total 235 in diamonds. So quite a bit here. We're not talking about accents or little tiny fragments or little chips of diamonds. We're talking about the best of the best. And yet you're getting one, well, look at this. We have one pair in rose gold, which I'll probably be trying on, but here's the rose gold for you. That is all we have. Sorry to our yellow gold lovers out there. I do always say, though, if you are really wanting to show off the fact that you're in the highest end territory of diamonds, go with the white gold, because they're going to show off the beautiful color the best. And when I say the color, I'm talking about the lack of color. There is no body color. There is no yellow. There is no brown. They are white, bright VS diamonds. That's what we look for in diamonds. We don't want them to be yellowy or dingy or gray or hazy or brown or yellow or any kind of semblance thereof. We want them to be bright whites. That's what you have here. You have 1.5 inches in a length, but they're oval shaped. So you're not getting 1.5 inches diameter. You're getting a subtle difference in the width because they're 1.25 inches. That's what makes them an oval shape. There is a button release. There is a push closure. It just means they are going to literally push closed and they lock. You will hear it click. It'll go click, click, and they're done. That's all that is required. It is 2 carats 35 in amazing diamonds. They are spectacular in every way. For those of you that are saying they're too big, well, please take a good look at them a couple of ways before you make that determination, because this, I will remind you, is not a 3 or a 4-inch hoop. Take a look at them on the hand here. I will measure. And then you will see them on, which is really where you're going to give them the judgment. There's the 1.5 inches. There's the 1.25 inches. This is the really important button release here. That's crucial, because that's going to make it so easy so that when they align and they click close, you're never pulling them apart. Do not pull them. They will not release. If you pull, they will not release. Not at all. You have to press that button down in order to unlock the mechanism. And then to close, you simply push and you'll hear that click. Let's talk about why they're an important value today. And I will try one on for you so you can see that they're not going to hit the shoulders. This is not that oversized. It is not going to be too big. It is not going to be anywhere in the way. This is not going to give you that look where you're wondering, okay, are they always just a nuisance because they're just too large and too all over the place and too tangly and all the things that sometimes larger hoops, as someone who wears them every day, they can. You know, they can be heavy, they can be too much, they can be all these different things. So we're kind of looking for the Goldilocks hoop, but at the same time, a lot of us don't want something that's insignificant or that you can't see, because then what's the point of wearing an earring? I question all the time, why wear something in jewelry if no one can see it? Is it something, I mean, maybe it's significant, okay. But I don't really get the point of wearing something if it's so tiny and it's so nondescript. Is there a real focal point? Is there a reason to wear it? This is where the earring itself is going to look so amazing on. You see them there. You'll see them from a distance away as well, so you can see the way they move, and there's no pulling at that earlobe at all whatsoever. They're not too heavy, they're not pulling, but this is what's so crucial about this, is that it's your last time at this new price tag. We're actually reducing the price, dropping the price here tonight, lower than it's been, to make sure that it's really, really affordable so that you can get them for yourself, for gifting, or before we make them again and see them at a totally different price, which is going to be very challenging to express to you value if they're $20,000. I don't think you're going to see the value there because we're used to something else. Let's take another look at them up close, and then I'll show you from a distance away. Come on in on the early side. Let me stack them a little bit better so you can see them all here, because they're moving a little bit, and I want you to see what the rose gold. Now, this is the other benefit, is that the opportunity is yours to take advantage of them now, and they're going to go right out. So if you order one of these few pairs, and this is all we can sell, is what we have available and left. So when you get them today, and I'll take that one out because that's my own, so I don't want you to be confused, that's what they look like from a distance away. That's from a mile away. So that's from the across the room. If you're choosing, there's one in rose gold, the rest are in white. We've only got a handful or two of the white gold. White gold's the most popular. Diamond hoops, we always see that. Whether it's the smaller, the larger, the medium, it's always the white gold. This is your last call to get them at this price, though. The price used to be, and I'm talking about summer sale. I did a big summer sale. It lasted about 3 months. I know, 3 months of a sale. At that point, they were $39.99. We took 10% off that price. That made them about $3,600. They are now less, far less. And when, it's not a matter of if, it's likely when we make them again, there will be a different price, a much different price that reflects the gold pricing. This is obviously where they used to be way long time ago. That's an old item number. It's about a decade old. So to be able to get that price is one thing, to save an extra 10% is another. We're not doing that because we're going lower. You're probably wishing it said 10% off. But not anymore, because instead of $3,600, which is what you'd pay with a 10% discount, which you had that opportunity over the summertime, this is even better here tonight. Take a look at what we're doing here. We got one in rose. Make sure you dial if you want the rose gold. I will tell you, our rose gold and diamond combinations have been very popular of late. It is not going to be 35 or 34. We are going to go below where these have gone. And your chances now, are you okay, Wheel? I'm going to put the other white gold down there for you so you can see it too, because I think that's going to be the most popular. It always is. The white gold always going to be the most popular. So let me move the rose gold aside. Just want to show you that the rose gold is here and it is available. But here you can see the up close and personal look at what all those diamonds look like. Every one of them matched to perfection, and they are not going to be 34 or even 3. This is a gift moment for those who really want something special. I would say a gift to yourself, from yourself, when you've wanted the most amazing quality. And this is the kind of thing you do once. You do one time in a lifetime. So get the good quality to start, and you'll never need to upgrade. You'll never need to upgrade ever again. You'll just get one that you love. You can live in those, and you'll be so proud that you're watching at the right place at the right time to get that discount and get that deal, especially when they're not even $3,300 or even $3,000. White gold or rose gold, remember, they go out to you tomorrow. They will go out tomorrow. You are not waiting months. You are not waiting weeks. You are getting them in a matter of days, just depending, 2-3 days, depending on where you live. And it's not going to be even $3,000. They are not $29.99. And when you've got gold at $4,100 an ounce, and these are solid gold, and then you've got 2 carats, 35. By the way, those are $38,000 a carat diamonds out in retail right now. We're not asking $38,000. I'm not even asking $3,800, which would be a wonderful value, given the fact that it's not just diamonds, it's gold. The gold is, it's not as valuable as diamonds, but it's getting up there. It's getting close. And we don't want to wait on these, because what would the price be in 2026 or 2027? And we've seen already gold, we've seen what it's doing. We see projections of $6,500 an ounce. So to say we've seen the plateau or the height, no, we have not yet. Nobody thinks that. So here's where you get them and start enjoying them, start wearing them. We've already got a pair of white gold gone. Remember, I only have what I have. They're here, they're made up, they're ready to go, but you will never see this price tag again. That is very safe to say. And how about better than 29? I see a lot of you are hanging on the phone lines. I think you're just hoping and wishing and praying I go even lower. I'm going to do that. And we're going to make you the value of a lifetime. This happens for, well, I would say one night. I think it would be foolish to say that, because I think that implies they're going to be here for the next 79 minutes. That's not possible. With the limited quantity we have, remember, 1 pair in rose, the rest are in white. These are not going to last. They're not going to stick around with us, especially with this price tag tumbling even lower. It's not going to be 29. They're not 28. Gifting yourself, anybody who loves diamonds, get them the best. This is that one investment into a lifetime of luxury in earrings, the most ideal. The hoop earrings, I'm a hoop lover. I have more hoops than I'd like to admit to. I love my hoops, but I will tell you this. The best ones I own are the inside out style. They are the most high-end, iconic way you can do a hoop is the inside-out style. And with the button mechanism, ease of wear, comfortable, straight post, piercing coverage, all the big VS diamonds, but not oversized. Still great for daytime wear, still great for every day. If you really love diamond hoops, you wear these every day. It just depends. If they're a special occasion piece, they're a special occasion piece, but they're meant to be a size that are worn all the time, and they're not even 28. This is your last call, and we're very busy on the phone lines, as we will be until they sell out completely. And this is not a time to wait, because they're not even 28. This is our lowest price. I only have what I have. We've agreed to lose money on them today. We've agreed, and by the way, this was made many, many years ago. Do you see this item number here? 1110425. I know you don't care a thing about item numbers, but it matters and makes a difference, because they weren't made today. They weren't made in November of 2025. They weren't made in the summertime of 25. These were made years ago. That price we're taking lower is a price from years ago. So if I gave you that $39.99 price, that is the value. That is a value that's far better than we could literally make them for today. If I literally sat down at a jeweler's bench today in our factory and they said, here's the gold and here are the diamonds, now you make them, they would cost you way more than this, because today's gold and today's diamonds are different than they were a decade ago. Far different. They're different than they were 10 months ago, different than they were a year ago, and so on and so forth. So don't wait, because they're not even $28.88. You need a better value, I'm going to give it to you. They go out tomorrow. If you get the one in rose or the few that we have in white gold, they are going out tomorrow. This is it. This is all. They're not even $28.88 or $27.99 or $27.77. And here we are, November 12th. I don't know if there could be a better time of year. If I had my choice, this is exactly what I want to show them, right before the holiday rush. This is the perfect time to have something like this, and it's not even $27.77. And nobody knows diamonds. I'm in the trenches every day of jewelry, designing, manufacturing, making, selling, offering every kind, and only the fine jewelry, only the top quality. This is something I promise you, if you have a manufacturing facility, if you have every connection to the diamond world, the gold industry, if you know gold miners, I do. They're not doing this earring in plain gold for this price. Here is your value. It's last call. They're not even $27.77 per pair. We are very busy, and obviously they're going to go. Rose gold's still here, but so far I'm hearing a lot of white gold, which again, good, because we've got them for you at the moment. But not even $27.77. They're not 26. They're not $25.99. We are truly, this has not happened. And you know, it's a last call moment. This is your opportunity to get them, and we'll make them $2,499, and that's all while they last. That's $1,500 off where they used to be way back when. So this is definitely the night to get them, and white or rose only available. So go for it, get them while you can. And again, you're going to be luxuriating in over, and you're going to get over 1 carat in diamonds per earring. You know how rare that is? To get 1 carat plus, it's closer to 120 per earring, per hoop, with all that workmanship, because hoops like this are more than just about gold. It's about the mechanism, it's about the workmanship, it's about everything that goes in to making something like this. It's not easy when you've got moving parts and hinged pieces and button closures. You know why most earrings don't have that? Because they're really, really expensive to make. They're complicated, they're expensive. Operators, let me know if you're getting white or rose, or how many, because I would not actually, I could imagine that a lot of people get more than 1 pair too, because for you and a gift, absolutely. But $24.99, you'll never see it again. So final calls, 60 seconds, and we got to go. White gold. We have morganite earrings, drops, smaller drops coming up. We still have our Paraíba pendants if anyone needs them. Top of the hour is coming up in about 13 minutes. Want to make sure you know that. And 40 seconds remaining, and white gold, very popular. We still have the rose gold, white gold obviously going very, very quickly. Only 2 pairs left in the white gold, and that will be that, $24.99. Please don't wait on these earrings. I know everybody's tempted to say, but there's going to be, somebody just asked me the other day, oh, but there's going to be a holiday sale, right? Here's the problem. Remember, that's why I brought up the summer sale. When I had the summer sale here, it was all through June, July, and August. There were 3 months of summer sale. It ended at the beginning of September. And That's the problem. $39.99, but with a 10% off. That's the best price that they could be on sale. We're just taking an extra discount tonight just to move them on out on a Wednesday. This is how we bribe you to join us on Wednesday. This is how we bribe you to remember to be here on Wednesday night, to be here. We know that everyone gets the hang of things by Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday, but Wednesday night we have values you cannot afford to miss because they're not like anything else. And that's where you're getting, that's ultimate diamond hoop earring. Inside out style, button closure, the whole thing. We've got a last 60 seconds. We will give you a last call opportunity, then they're going to be sold out and done. We still have our rose gold though, so somebody's going to get that rose gold before the night is over. And our final look at them here at $24.99. Yay for diamonds. We love our good diamonds, and we love the fact that they're so wearable and yet 1.5 inch size if you do want to go a little bit more glam, but still keeping it in that wearability. Always appreciate that. Something that's wearable, only you know. I mean, obviously, if you're saying, I can't do a hoop, I'm never gonna go below a 1/2 inch, well then these are not for you. But for those that are thinking I could go a little bit, because there's a whole transformed personality. There's a hoop is more than a thing. I always think of it more as an attitude. It is more of it's more than just a piece of jewelry, because the reason I wear them every day is I don't even feel complete without a hoop on. There's a certain something about a hoop earring that it's a bit of a personality. It kind of takes over. It gives you a real confidence and really, allows you to hold your head high and really feel a little extra glam. And it's amazing, the transformation. And I think that a lot of first timers don't understand that because they don't know until you actually experience. And then when you amp it up and you go up to a high level like these VS Diamond Inside Out, I mean, you are going to the top level. And by the way, $38,000 a carat, that's the going retail on VS Diamonds, if you can find them. So that's about an $80,000 earring when you're shopping in retail right now. 80, I'm not even counting anything for the gold or the labor, just going on the diamond price you would pay. So think about how really affordable this is at $24.99. And again, still have the rose gold if anybody would like it, and the white gold, very limited as well. So we'll keep on moving. We have about 10 minutes to go in our last, until our last hour kicks off, and then we're going to see that diaspora coming up, and then of course our tanzanite pendant. Our tanzanite pendant, top of the hour, is a big one. We've got the best tanzanite in the world. Once again, I continue to hear people say on TV they have the best tanzanite in the world, and that is just a shame because they are bald-faced lying to you. And don't tell me that they don't know about TVON and don't know about me and Blue Wing Block D, because they do. They do, and these are people I know personally, so it bothers me a little bit, but we have the literal best. And that is one of our examples of it with a big diamond. So we'll see that coming up at the top of the hour. I know how many people want to get a tanzanite pendant to complete the collection. So we've got a great way to do that. $24.99, last call in the hoops though. And then we have got to go. We've got a beautiful array. I did bring out some really fabulous individual one-of-a-kinds like kunzite here. Got a great Congolese tourmaline. Got a really pretty morganite as well, but I really think we need to see this kunzite because it is our rare of, look at that, it's an Asher cushion. Kind of a mix between the two. It's a little more rounded edge than most Ashers have, but it really does have that facet pattern. So cushion cut square, we'll call it, with a little bit of the Asher influence there. It's going to be 1129468, and it is our one and only of that kunzite, deep, saturated, amazing neon there. No question about it. Thank you on the hoops. Keep calling on the hoops. We've got our last call there, and they're really starting to come down to the wire here. So last chance, last call on hoop earrings. But look at this, 482, 18 karat gold, no less. Yeah, this is 18 karat gold for the upgrade. So we've got the 75% pure, that means a higher purity gold than, let's say, your 14 karat, which is only about 54%. Now, standard for jewelry is usually 14 karat. We don't do 10, that's not pure enough. It's not gonna be, it's gonna have that brassiness look to it. So we don't do 10 karat, but we do our 14 and our 18, but the 18 is a definite upgrade. And you have the 482 with the 37 points, with the split shank, with the great bright saturated stone in the middle, and here is what it looks like. There's your 18 karat gold hallmark on the inside. And then I was looking because I think there's a designer name inside. Did they polish that out? I don't know. I'm not seeing it right now, but either way, it's a great stone. And of course, pretty classic mounting here. Halo, split shank, great stone that we incorporated. We chose the best, and that's what we do. Here's what the kunzite looks like on the hand. It's a beautiful stone here, and it's got some serious color, more purple than it is pink, which is always your giveaway that you're looking at top tier Afghan material. And now we get to really go crazy. Look at the bright reds coming through too. bright reds. When do you see that? Pinks, yes. Purple, sure. We get kind of used to seeing these really high ends with the blues, but to see a bright, hot, pinky red coming through was really amazing. And we're going to take it down below that $59.99 price. It's our best, and nobody's got better kunzite. We can say it just about anything we bring, tanzanite, kunzite, but the kunzites are really remarkable because there's just such a difference. A regular kunzite is, it looks like that wall behind me. You're going, but isn't it pink spodumene? It is supposed to be pink, but most kunzite really has that color. It's like colorless. It has no pinks visual usually at all when you get even like the standard pink spodumene. So something this electrifying, something this bold and neon is certainly spectacular, and is going to be better than 59, better than 49, 39, 29. I'm in giveaway mode. We've got an hour and 7 minutes. Let's do it. All of it's got to go. Every last piece we bring, it's all got to go, and it's got to go quickly. So this is your last call, and make requests. I don't know, did we not have Dale's request? I'm assuming, Jason, at this point, we probably didn't have anything for Dale, I'm imagining, because that's the request I remember getting, and it doesn't look like we had anything to bring out. So I'm going to assume we didn't have anything for his pearl needs, but we do have a lot of great jewelry, and just maybe not everything, but we want to at least work on it as best we can to get you whatever you need. But this is better than even, you know what, blow it out. We'll make it $19.99. Send it out, one caller, that's it. $19.99 on our best of the best, and a really beautiful cushion cut square. Really fabulous color there, and just the neons, watch this, in darkness, look at that, blocking the light, even brighter. This is what you can expect to see more. See how bright it is there? And then if I just shadow, put my hand in front of that light, suddenly that's more the color you're expecting to see at home. So typical, again, just a little lesser light here because TV studio, and then more like what you're going to see. Even brighter, richer, saturated colors. It's amazing. Also we've got our top of the hour tanzanite coming up, 2 carats plus in our tanzanite. Look at this. Look what I found here in our vaults. I found a really precious emerald cut. Wait till you see this one. Emerald cut, 9 carat 31. I know this isn't for everybody, but wow, what a stone. If you want one of the museum stones before they're gone, there is an emerald cut for the ages. Look at that. Stone, and then the diamonds. I have to show it 2 angles. Kunzite, gone. Congratulations, enjoy. That's my 9 carat 31 emerald cut. That's some serious blue wing. Now, I have a morganite too. Kind of wanted to show you some of the pinks, and obviously the kunzite now gone. Let's show you what we have here in morganite. Oh, wait, do we have a request? Oh, okay. So let's see. Oh, good. Well, Dale, we spoke it into existence here, manifested a white pearl. I don't know if he's still with us, but here's the white pearl that we do have in a ring with mother of pearl around it. So great news. Maybe we just need a little gentle reminder. Item number 7832. I'm just going to zoom back here because, well, you got to see this very large diameter to not only the pearl, but what's around it and how it's setting up here. So this is going to be, the designer piece. I don't know if that's what you bargained for, but I noticed there's a little smudgy wudgy here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all that off because that might take some hard work, which I'm all about, but I don't have a lot of tools up here either. So let's take a look on the inside because this is a signed Serrari piece. So if you look where the tweezers are directly to the right of that, you can see that hallmark of that designer. And we've had a few pieces here of late, decided to just give you the greatest deal, and this is a quick one only here. So anybody, listen, I don't know, I know Dale had a pretty generic request for us, so I'm not sure if this is going to work for him or not, but it's our 14 karat white gold. My point is, feel free to come on in. Feel free to just be ready to go and ready to say yes, because there is a huge discount. And I know you know this designer because they're no strangers to TV. And you think that TV is doing a designer deal? Well, I'll take a discount from designer retail all day, but then when you see them out elsewhere on TV, they're still a little pricey. And I get it, they start way up there and then they come down to here, and I like to be somewhere like way down there in price. So this is it. White gold is how it stays, 14 karat solid. Now, I don't have a mother of pearl, do I? Okay, 215, good. Usually we don't. Mother of pearl is more of a stone that we just look at as a dimension. But you've got 215 and mother of pearl. It's 2 separate pieces. They are free. We're calling them free form. They really are this almost like, think of it as a semicircular style that's nesting on the sides of your pearl. The pearl itself, 10.5 millimeters. This is a white South Sea pearl, different from cultured. Cultured pearls are a different deal. Please don't pay very much for your cultured pearls. They are not expensive pearls. They are generally much more affordable. They are still can be expensive, they're bigger size, but they are still, think of it almost like a lab grown. Not totally, because they're still made by the mollusk. It's just they were made in a controlled environment. So somebody helped it out. Whereas when you get a South Sea pearl, it's made in the Mother Nature way, start to finish. So you've got our 10.5 millimeter South Sea, 215 of the freeform mother of pearl, and then diamonds. On the top and the bottom, 9 points there. Solid gold stays in the white gold, and let's just really blow this out. I know we can. I know we're ready. I know we need that value. So here's how we do it. And I got to try it on because the size here, and this is also the inside. So you saw the hallmark, but also there's your under gallery you have. So it's really nicely finished, which is more important on bigger pieces. This is definitely a bigger medallion type style. Here's what it looks like from a distance away on the hand. Boy, that's pretty, isn't it? Just adding a little extra to the pearl. Pearls don't have to be conservative and stuffy. They don't always have to be like so straightforward. This one's got a lot of, as the designer likes to do, a lot of details, a lot of unique factors. Let's make it way better than $59.99. I will clearly have the best price on Sorari anywhere. We may not have them for hours and hours on end, but we do have a few. And you saw the hallmark inside. And for my designer couture lovers, here you go. Here you go. Not even half of this price at $3. We're very close to the top of the hour. We've got one to go here. So this is it. Not $3, not $2. This is not even $19.99 and all that gold. Got to have a lot of gold if you're going to house a 10.5 millimeter diameter pearl. So you've got a lot of gold here. Pearls that are deluxe. All the customization of this piece. It's not even $19. This is going to go very quickly. Take a look. Not even $19, $18. I know we got to do something wild here. We got the top of the hour coming. And for Conrad, we do have a larger hoop for you as well. So we'll try to get those in before our top of the hour. But we'll make this better than $18.88, better than $17.99 for my designer lovers, my pearl lovers, my June birthdays that want their deluxe birthstone. Maybe you just, we don't have a lot of white pearls here. We just don't. We really do not have a big selection of white pearls. Here is one of our very, very best, and it's not even ours. It's borrowed from the big designer, and we're going to make it better than 17, 16, 15. I want to prove to you that you know we have the best values, but did you know we have the best values even on other people's jewelry? One thing to do our great values on our own, another thing to do it on others and big names and designs that you've seen and you are well familiar with the pricing of, and we're going to do better than $15.99. I'll blow it out. It's only $1,499 for the ring, and we'll sit here until it goes because that is a headline. And I'm just really, truly making this easy for you. $14.99 for that designer piece, and we have already. So we're verifying this one already. I'll give it 30 seconds, then we got to go. And then we will try, since our top of the hour just arrived, I do have a quick request here. We have the big 202s. I don't know what I'm going to do on these because we actually have a 202 hoop. The problem is they're going to be more money. So that's the problem. Well, we'll show them to you. We've got a round hoop that's going to be 1.5 inches, same size, but a round hoop as well. So we've got 202, a little lesser diamond weight. So we'll bring those out for a quick look. If you want a round hoop instead of an oval, I would still go with the ovals. I still would because the value is better. But we'll show you what we can do in the 202s coming up real quick. But our last look here at the white pearl, and then we're going to move along, and then we have that tanzanite top of the hour. It's just going to be a little bit delayed, just about a minute or two, just so I can show you what this 202 hoop looks like with the inside out style, in which I do actually have the yellow. So I have one pair in yellow and one pair in rose and a couple pairs in white. So I'm just going to show you one of each here just to get acquainted with which one you like, because this is where maybe that's what Conrad said, I need yellow gold. Last pair, I didn't have any yellow gold. This one I do. So we have one pair in yellow, one pair in rose, and then we've got a couple in white gold for you. But there are your three colors represented on that wheel, and thank you on the white pearl. Let's take a look at 1110-367. So also goes back to a different era of pricing, and yet a lovely look here with this is the round. So that's the big difference here. Diamond weight is similar to what we saw. The difference is instead of an oval, it's a round. It's 1.5 inches diameter, so it's going to be the same width-wise as it is lengthwise, same inside-out style that we love, and I will pop one on the ear. Button closure as well, so it's basically sharing a lot of the properties we had in the oval. and yet a very easy click and closure with that button release to open it. So we've got white, yellow, rose, again, one in rose, one in yellow. So again, very, very limited on those colors for you. Take a look at them on just to give you a quick idea. Actually, it's okay. We'll just look at them there. I know I'm missing an earring. That's okay. But take a look at that. So you can see how they look from a distance away in that 1.5-inch style. Just a little different look, just given the fact that they're rounds. That's really the difference. Remember the last ones were oval. These are rounds. Still just really, again, feel great on, not too heavy, and just a really special look with 202. We're going to blow those out. They're $28.88. So another great way to get a hoop earring, inside out style. Back to the wheel we'll go to see all three of our gold color. By the way, the one I had on just now was a yellow gold option. So that was the yellow. So even from a distance, you're not going to see too much of the gold. It really is about the diamonds themselves. They're always front and center, and they're always what we choose to showcase as best as possible. And so there they go, $28.88, and all three gold colors. So I think that's helpful there to get you that value on the 202s. But again, if you'd still like to get the white or the rose gold of our last 2 carat 35s, they do get you more carat weight for a lesser price point. So, and they're the same size, just a different shape. So I would say maybe you want to go with the ovals because those have not been discounted. They've been discounted, but just not the same way the ovals were. They obviously, well, they've got a $79.99 price tag right on them. So that's where, again, you've got $28.88. I really think our value, when you get more diamond weight for lesser price, that's a value. But here they are. I mean, there are the earrings right there. There they are. $79.99 is where they should be. There's the earring, the match pair to each of our sets there, and $28.88. So we'll get to our tansy pendant right after this. We've got our top of the hour. We'll welcome everybody to the show. It is our last hour, though, of our Wednesday night. So I would continue to get requests in if you have them. Let me know what you'd like to see in the show before we go, because 1 hour goes by very quickly, and we've actually only got 57 minutes. You're going to also see an Asher cut diaspora in this hour, our 3 carat museum level. We also have, Jason, are you taking the 235s or the 202s? All right. So our last call, and then check on the pearl, which we had out by request as well. And then look at this. This is really pretty too. This one's still to come. I have a diamond pink tourmaline. So my 31-point diamond is like 20 grand. I can get you a diamond pink tourmaline for less. And that gets you a 5 carat 10 size. So even better, if you ask me. All right, it's pendant time. So we'll clear those earrings away. And again, 235s are still $24.99. So that's where I would go for value. But let's take a look at this gorgeous pendant that we have that is new at this very moment. And what a privilege, what a pleasure to bring you a tanzanite that is, first of all, great size. Some of our pendants in the past have been a little smaller. This is still going to be delivering the red flashes, giving you the ultimate neon. Notice nobody else would ever say neon. And I always find that when people talk about the best color, the best color, the best color, they may have a color that's a little bit better than lavender, but that doesn't mean it's the best color. Just because it's a shade darker than lavender doesn't mean it's the best. We'll touch on that. Hi, everybody. Glad you're with us tonight. It's our last hour of our Wednesday here. We are live, so we're still looking for requests. We're still getting pieces from earlier out the door. We'll probably have some recaps before we sign off tonight, but this is the big top of the hour. Why? Because it is a 2 carat 11 minimum stone, still of Museum Reserve quality. It's from Museum Reserve material. We had to take one of the bigger stones, and we had to do a little fib and told one of the museums that we actually sold it, when actually it was one of the really big stones that was in a pendant. We wanted to cut it down so that we could make a couple pendants for you, and the end result is here tonight. So welcome in. Glad you're with us to see this pendant. This is a big 211. It's item number 9669, and is a really, really good stone. 211 on the center. That's the tanzanite. That is our cushion cut. It's a regular, and I don't mean regular in any way, it's an exceptional stone. What I mean is sometimes there's a square cushion, and then there are the routine or rectangular. The regular cushions are what we refer to here because it's got that extra length to it. This is not that little square that's going to have a smaller looking size to it. This gives you that big dimension, that big visual. And then look what's up top. Look at that, a marquise. Natural yellow diamond. Itself is 19 points, so that's an extremely important diamond that you have both bezel and prong. It's got a dual setting. Why not make it smooth? Why not have it all set really securely? I mean, after all, if you're not going to set a yellow diamond securely, you're not going to set anything securely. It's one of the most rare, exotic, valuable stones in the world. So we have our 2 carat 11 stone, 19 points in the diamond, and it's a natural yellow. So just immediately infuses a bit of that two-tone, which is good because a lot of people want something to go with everything. You might not wear just gold. Maybe you wear white gold, yellow gold, sterling silver, platinum. What do you like? Well, this is going to go with everything because it stays in the two tones. So you're naturally going to have the yellow gold setting the yellow diamond. You're going to have the white gold setting your tanzanite. So you get automatically, think gifting as well. I know I'm trying to help you out with some giftable price points on really valuable jewelry, because why not? If we can't do it on Wednesday night, when can we? So we're trying this time of year to bring down some price tags to make them, yes, giftable, especially on pendants when they are so really perfect for that gifting occasion. Also, it's going to be, it's a $49.99 piece. We got the Museum Reserve, we got the red flashes, and notice that when everyone else talks about, well, we've got a good color or a great color, or some people say the best. If it's not Blue Wing, if it's not from that one vein of that 1D block from so many years ago. Listen, if you had somebody go in the mine in the last 15 years, they don't have D block, okay? Because the D block hasn't been mined. So if you are going down into the mine today, or if you went 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you're getting C block material. C block material is a lighter material. There is only so much saturation C block gives, and it's not this. And remember, the D block itself, which has always been known to have the best color from the rough, that's been mined out for a long while, a little more than a decade and a half. Then there is the exclusive that is here and only here, which is Blue Wing Block D. So keep in mind, unless it says Blue Wing Block D, those two things have to be together, and they have to be mutual to call it the best. So that's what's happening here. You have the best in the world, D block, Blue Wing, the best. What you're looking for, red flashes. That's what really makes it special. If it's just blue, then it's just tanzanite. If you have red flashes, then you're talking about the best material that's ever been mined. And that's what we've got here. So I'm going to show you a couple ways, and we'll see it on the neckline and all that, and we'll get you a size. Yes? Oh, good. Who got it? Congratulations. Oh, she'll love it. She will love it. Thank you so much. And Jason, give her my best. It's been a minute since I've heard from her, so I want to say happy holidays and thank you so much. Enjoy. We had a purple Paraíba earlier, a 5 carat. It just sold. But here we are. I'm going to show you the measurement, and we'll give you the length and the look on the pendant from a distance away, of course, to show it to you. But this is time. It is so time. Look at this. Perfect. It's not too small. Some of the pendants I've had of late, they've been on the smaller side. This gives you that beautiful droplet of a yellow diamond in the marquise. You get this great length, which makes it really, really wearable. Take a look at that, 3/4 of an inch perfection. And then we'll get you a look at it on the neckline as well, so you can see what that's gonna look like there. Oh, how perfect is that? And you can also use, I think that there's a great versatility here in the chains you can use and wear with it as well, because you have the choice of the yellow gold or the white gold in your chain too, because you've got yellow gold for the bail. So yes, if you want it to be all just really making sense, you probably go yellow gold on your chain, but you could also go white gold, and then it would kind of have the white, yellow, white kind of staggered look. So you can do whatever you'd like there, but it is impeccable. Top, top, top. We're talking top quality color, gorgeous red flashes, wear it with anything and everything. A lot of people just love the security of wearing, listen, tanzanite's not a soft stone, but it's also not a diamond. So a lot of folks do want tanzanites, especially if they want to wear it every day. They're looking for pendants and earrings. So we've got it, because you never need to worry about it then. Like, it's a 7 on the Mohs scale. So some people, if they're really rough on their rings, they prefer the idea of getting a pendant instead. And so that's a great, I think that's just a great option there too. We're going to take it even lower. It's going to be our major 211. Now, I know we can't do $49.99 and expect that to be any top of the hour excitement. We've got to make it really valuable and doable. And this is where, again, best quality should cost more than everybody else's, right? No, ours is less than everybody else's. I saw some 2-carat studs on TV last night. Because again, friend in the business. So just, you know, checking it out, seeing what's going on. 2-carat studs. There were no diamonds. There was very little gold, and it was a 1 carat in each ear, which is not as significant as one bigger stone. We know that smaller stones in everything, not as significant as when you get one bigger stone. So 2-carat studs, well, quite pricey. What if we make this more affordable? and you're getting a nearly 20-point yellow diamond. So that automatically, not only do you immediately get into the world of the very best tanzanite, but think about this. If you're giving this to yourself or to a loved one, you're also giving the rarity, the exotic nature of a yellow diamond at the same time. So you go to the very best top of the heap with tanzanite, but then you're getting a yellow diamond that's natural, which there's a whole category. That's a rarity in and of itself. Not a lot of people are going to own a natural yellow diamond ever. So to have it all combined, really giving you an exclusive. And I'm going to do better than even $2,000 or $19.99. I'm really wanting to make this very affordable here tonight and make it worthy of a top of the hour and send it out for less than $19.99 and make this one very easy. And call me, because that's a really pretty yellow diamond that I think we might challenge the individual pricing of the yellow diamond with this overall price for the pendant by going better than even $1,500. Now, do I have 50? No. Do I have 10? I wish. I have so few to go around. I'm afraid to even say it because then I think you're going to be like, I shouldn't even call. I need you to call early and we'll get you one. If you call early, you are ensuring your pendant. Just call early because I'm not done at $1,499. I'm serious. This should never be this price. You know it, I know it, and this is the literal best. You're getting a natural yellow diamond. It's even a brilliant. This is a marquise, yes, but it's still a brilliant cut within it. So it's got that extra fire, that extra flash. It also is better than even $14.99, and it's, one size fits all. One size fits everybody. You get the pendant, you get the gold. Obviously, this a huge upgrade to get a yellow diamond. We could have done a white diamond. We said no, let's go even higher end. Let's go really elite. Let's give this tanzanite what it deserves. A big white diamond would have been amazing. We went to the extra exotic of the color instead to give you even more high value and to really, I think, introduce you at one pendant in one piece. You can be introduced to two of the rarest stones that are really tough to find anywhere else. Well, the blue wing's only here. The yellow diamonds in their natural variety are really tough to find anywhere else. So you've got just a really nice mix, and we're going to go better than even 14. We'll make it top of the hour worthy. And then we have a big, big, big diaspora presentation coming up. I can't wait to show you the Asher. But this is going to be better than 14. And we got to do better than even $1,399, a 211 minimum. That's the one I've got there. You may be getting even more. So that's really key here. Call me in a hurry. Got to get you this value and make it even better. How about $1,299 for the 211? That's how we do it. $1,299. Let's go for it. Big moment here for our tanzanite lovers in a pendant when we know we had to do this by actually sacrificing one of the larger museum reserve stones, no longer going to a museum and no longer going to any of you either, because here it is. Actually then yielded a couple of the 211s or 211 minimums in the cushion. So we go from a trichroic stone to a color changing stone. This stone has three colors all at one time, blue, purple, and red. But then we go to the color change, and that is still to come. The most, yes, those are reds. I was blown away. I could not believe, I know we've been seeing some really good diasporas, one of the rarest stones in the world, also one source. There's a lot of comparisons made between tanzanite and diasporas. We'll talk about the latter coming up in just a bit. Also have this really special diamond pink tourmaline. Can always go bigger on the tanzanite. If you're looking for a larger stone, I have a 6 carat plus. It's actually close to 7 carats. It's in a fancy cut, so we can always do that as well. But $1,299, look at the fancy cut here. The fancy cut has a special diamond. It has a yellow as well. So we have a fancy cut. That's a cut we've never seen before with the rounded base and then the pointed top. And that's a 6 carat 77. So that'll be a little more money. But here, if you would like to see it or know more about it, we've got a one of a kind on this pink diamond color, but in a tourmaline. It's item number 8930, and then we are just a few minutes away from that diaspora. But this actually has pink diamonds, so it's going to give you double the rarity here. This is going to be 8930. It does the striped effect of a triple diamond row on the sides. 8930 is a 510 on our pink diamond color. It is not a pink diamond. For the record, I have never sold a 5 carat pink diamond. I don't know what, obviously nobody knows the future, but it would be very, very rare to have a 5 carat pink diamond, at least naturally. So I don't know how many pink diamond opportunities I would ever get in this kind of size range. Our largest ever here were 1 carats. We've had 2. We've had a carat 02 and a carat 09. They were about, one was 70,000, one was 100,000. No longer here with us. They're in museums as well. So I think it really is. Isn't that just an interesting factoid that you get a chance to shop when you shop with us? You're getting to basically shop where the museum shop. And I know museums don't buy things necessarily, but they do curate. And they curate for putting pieces on display for paying customers, paying museum patrons who want to go look for a few brief moments at something. It says something when your jeweler on television is the same supplier to a lot of the great jewelry pieces and gemstones you see in museums. That is, I think, really, well, not many people can brag on that. So we're very excited to have this 510 diamond pink color in this tourmaline. As we know, thousands of colors of tourmaline. Here's one of the rarer and prettier of the pinks, if you ask me. It has 18 points of actual pink diamonds on the sides, down the middle, and then white diamonds as well. And all you need to do is call, because we've got the rose and the white gold combination. It'll stay. So you're going to tell us the ring size you would like, and then we'll make that happen and get it right out for you. But it is a one only. I do want to try it on as well so you can see it that way. Stays as is. We'll size it. Thank you. We've got another request coming up for aqua earrings. We'll show you their drops. But this is what this tourmaline looks like on the hand. Oh my goodness, how pretty. Because the subtlety of the pinks that go with everything, the striped effect down the sides that goes white, pink, white, to give you that little mix on the sides there that really makes it interesting. And we have our 5 carat 10. Here it is. Gosh, that's a gorgeous stone. And big, 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 big. So like, again, I think about the pink sapphire we had the other day. Skip pink diamonds. You guys were all fighting over a 4 carat pink sapphire I had the other day. Why? Because it was a diamond pink color. Everybody wanted it. It sold before I got to the final price. This is that color as well. But you don't have any miscutting, you don't have any window in the stone, you're getting still a rare stone in the tourmaline family, and we're gonna blow it out, lowest price ever. I will truly make this easy, and that is a total of 58 points in diamonds overall. And we'll make this one only from a $5,999 price, much, much lower. We're gonna go all the way on down to $19.99. That's it, one only. Then we've got a really good look at some aqua earrings. They're drops, they're modern, and they're beautiful, and we'll show them next by request. And then we will get to the diaspora. And we appreciate those requests. Keep them coming. $1,999. There it is, pink and white diamonds on the side. This is a close-up just to see the saturation. Sometimes diamond pinks are lighter than others, just in the way actual pink diamonds are. This is a little bit more like true color. Sometimes you really have to squint, we call it squint to see it. Sometimes you have to squint to see the pinks in any of the lighter pinks, whether it be diamonds, sapphires, or tourmalines. Here's really that color true throughout, so you really get to appreciate it. And tourmaline, everyone thinks is some basic stone. It is not. It is one of the rarest stones in the world. It just comes in a lot of different colors from a lot of different sources. Let's take a quick look for an online request here. This is the aqua earring. These don't like to sit on their own, so I'm going to give them a little bit of help here. But it's a drop earring of sorts. It's got a real angular style in that it's like a ribbon. We kind of were influenced by the double-sided nature of a ribbon, as if the mirror finished gold is one side and the diamonds are the other. You've got a drop where the post is up top, as you see right there, and then in the middle you're going to have the aqua, which is 9480 aqua emerald cut. Let me show you the other. There is a left and a right design, and they're best to show you this way so you can appreciate that left and right design and see the different ways to wear them. Now we're going to do something wild here. 9480, they're on the hand, so that's where they are, just because I want to show you how you can wear them like this or like this. So you can either do that or this. So see how they flare out, or they can flare in. It just depends. So you see there had to be 2 separate molds created, so the 2 separate earrings could be cast. You have a 4 carat, 33 carat weight. Just a visual, really just a good look there. We're going to try one on for you so you can see the length, but I will measure one here as well. We'll stay on the hand to just do the measurement that I always like to do because it's not up there. So we'll do 1 1/4 inch top to bottom. I like to have them kind of flare out, but you really, there is just, you'll play with them when you get them at home. We can do any gold color you'd like as well, but nice drop. I'll show you one on the ear very quickly here. I'll just hold one up so you can see it. because there's obviously nothing to look at down below, but you can see kind of an idea of what they're going to look like from a distance away, just to get an idea of the size, the length, the beautiful look that they're going to give you. So again, kind of play with them as you like, but it's a really, really good look. With the mirror finishing will always be at the top, the diamonds will always be at the bottom, and then you have that luxury of the Sierra Santa Maria that's right in the center. Let's go back up close. I'll give them some help here so we can prop them up and see that color, because the stone color is what's so important. That's what matters here. And we're going to bring them on down from $49.99. You get a better value. We'll make those $1,999 for the pair. So $19.99, and that's a quick request. And thank you so much for that request. Those are some really strong colors of Sierra Santa Maria as well, I must say. Really beautiful luxury looks there, and you got that close up there of that aquamarine, which is going to be, of course, a vertical type of orientation when it's on the ear for you. So always going to be just as you saw them on there, with that nice little drop that they give, and a really beautiful look. So $19.99, that's, I think, our only drop aqua earring. Got studs, but drops, you're definitely looking at that one there, and a little more modern. Feels like a little more fresh, updated style there. So that's going to be our aqua. Let's get to the diaspora. Can't wait to show this to you. This is really one of our ultimate high levels here in the diaspora, and yet so much gorgeous color. The kiwi greens are one thing, and they usually are. It's funny, when I was at my the last trade show I was at was Vegas in June, and because the other ones are in Hong Kong all year, and I can't quite get to those and get back in a 48-hour span. So I tend to go to the domestic trade shows, which is really, it's the same folks, it's the same people, and yet it's funny because in Vegas in June, this was really there's kind of always a stone that tends to be of the moment and kind of the hype stone. And it tends to be the one that everybody's talking about. Like, you could be in the lab-grown business, but you're talking about diaspores. That's the kind of, the way everybody was receiving this diaspora. Now, there's really only one family now that really runs it, because there's only one source. So they're kind of monopolized it a bit, which is not a bad thing. That's not different than most of the gem world works. When there's a limited discovery or a new discovery, usually there's going to be somebody, some group, some organization, some company, some family that's going to be on the ground, and they're going to tend to like dig their hands in and kind of stay with it. So they tend to be in charge. Well, knowing what you have, and this is only probably smart business, you probably run a business much the same way. If you've got something that's patented, that's only yours, you can really ask whatever you want within market value. Well, the demand of this stone has been off the charts because, well, how many one-source stones are there in this world? Double that by how many color-changing stones are there in this world? Very few of each. This stone exhibits both of those rare properties all in one. So it's kind of like a collector's dream. And yet I say all that to mention that the stones that I saw in Las Vegas, Nevada at the big JCK designer, like that's where all the high-end finished jewelry is. Tucson tends to be a little more oriented towards loose gems and specimens. The JCK in Vegas, as the cities themselves, and no offense to Tucson, it's one of the most beautiful places on the planet. I love Tucson, I love Arizona, I love Phoenix, I love Scottsdale. I spend a lot of time there. But I will tell you, Vegas is about like the city itself, very glam, very over the top. And the jewelry is as well. The trade show is. It's very glamorous. It's a lot of finished pieces. And I saw diasporas in very, very ornate big mountings. Some were collars, necklaces, pendants. And they were all, I don't even know if you'd think it was the same stone if you saw them side by side with mine here, because they were very dingy, very brown. Brown and nothing else. There were no greens, there were no goldens, there were no champagnes. There was certainly no red. This stone is really, I think, what we have been wanting and asking for, because so many of us have seen these 10 and 15 karat examples here that have been our private collection museums. But guess what? They're big and they come with a big price tag. Here's that same quality. Watch this and look at the reds coming through. Look at the reds. It's, yes, I don't see any real brown in it. I see the bright kiwi greens. I see these gorgeous goldens, but then it is, look at that. It's every color coming through. I even have noted oftentimes with these diaspores, there's a hint of a blue. It's like a turquoisey teal, like a blue-green. Look at that. And then flames of red, purple, and golden. It is an incredible stone. This is item number 1129647, and now it's in an asher. Set in gold, love it in the yellow gold. I think it's the richest way to showcase this. and you've got a 301. That, I will tell you, is the holy grail size. Anything over 3 carats is where the magic happens. That's where it goes. So now we have our 35 points in diamonds, so there's a great halo around it. Yes, yada, yada, yada. We love it. It's gorgeous. But what it is the stone. It's all about the stone. It's rare as can be. One source in the world. It's in Turkey. That's it. And no longer producing is what I'm hearing. So this is where, again, you got a little bit that everyone worldwide is kind of fighting over. Everyone's trying to get their hands on it. And now we've got the bold and the best here. What should we do? I'm looking at, it's a price. I mean, it's worthy of the stone quality. But it's also, I'm trying to make this affordable, because when we've seen this quality, it's been anything but affordable. It's been $10,000 and $12,000 and $13,000 price points. I'm trying to make one affordable. I say tonight's that night. Let's do it right now. Let's make this better. I don't think $89.99 is going to fly. And we got like 32 minutes left to go tonight. So that's not a lot of time. And we got a whole $89.99 price point. I'm going to do better than that. We're going to put it on the auction block. We're going to see who's out there, because I bet you the majority of folks watching right now don't yet have a diaspora out of Turkey. There was a pink variety that came out of Afghanistan. That you probably don't have either, but that looks more like other stones. I'm not really super into it, because it kind of looks like sapphires and amethyst and tanzanites and pink kunzites and all these other stuff. The cool part about this one is that it doesn't look like anything else. It really doesn't. And for the colors we were seeing out of a moonstone earlier that has since sold, there were a lot of colors coming through, which is why we love these moonstones that are new. But this one's giving you almost like different tones, like a little warmer, richer, but a lot of different colors, and really a lot of some of the same colors, but it's a color change. So if you were in a different light source, the whole stone goes like a purple red. So here's how we do this. I have the $89.99 short. We're discarding it. We want to get everybody on the phone lines. What if we were to go like something like $4,500, make it half off? You guys know. I know you pretty well. We're not going to get a lot of people until we start to get like 4,000, 35, maybe even 3, because this is also a wholesale of more than 1,000 a carat. And right now I'm giving you 3. If I give you 3,000 open, that is less than 1,000 a carat. That's better than wholesale. And guess what? It's not a loose stone. It's set in gold. It's set with over 1/3 of a carat in VS diamonds. But I know you need better than that too on a Wednesday. So we're going to skip $3,000, and we're going to make it very, very, very interesting. Because with 30 minutes left to go, that's exactly, I just want to hear those phones ring. And I know we can. If I go low enough, if I go really, 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 really low, and that's exactly what we're going to do right now. You are not going to pay $3,000. That is the under $1,000 carat price I speak of. That is better than wholesale, which would get you a stone that is kind of hazy and foggy and cloudy in a box. Actually, it'd probably be in a plastic bag. You get a stone by itself if we go 3,000. And I'm talking about if we had a wholesale right now, a big trade show where you have your resale license, you're credentialed, you go in. I can't think of a better quality we've had. Certainly we had this quality, but the problem is they've been huge. They're not wearable for everybody. They're not affordable for everybody. Now we go wearable and affordable. And just, I want to get every single line rocking. Give everybody the opportunity to own this once in a lifetime stone, because it is done. And this is, I know some people call it different names. It's the same stone. We're going on the gemological name. So we're not calling it turquoisite or zarite or, you know, whatever you want to call it. It's got a lot of names. Zoltanite was one that was used for a while. There hasn't been really an official trade name that's been decided on. And I don't want trade name to make you think like this is a faux stone. We don't bring you faux stones. We don't bring you man-made. There's just, again, tanzanite's a trade name for blue zoisite. We just decided tanzanite. We all call it tanzanite now. This is also one source, but magical. It's not going to be 3,000. I've decided we need some callers. So let's do better than 3. Let's do better than 25. Let's go $2,000 to start and hit the ground running. $10 on the increment only. A big moment here for our diaspora lovers. I'm going to try it on, because you got to see this on the hand. It's so gorgeous, and I'm curious, what is it going to look like now? What colors are we going to, there, look at this. Look at that. It's like flames all the way through the stone. Thank you, Asher Cutting. All those step facets showing off beautifully. Look what that stone does. still from this distance away showing off blue greens, greens, the kiwi greens, the champagnes, the bright reds. Nobody at $2,000. Oh boy. Well, we're under the wholesale of the stone by itself. We're doing the gold. Anyway, again, some things you just can't figure out. Some things don't have a rhyme or reason. And sometimes you just got to get desperate. Let's go even less than $2,000. Let's go even lower. I'll make it $1,500 to start. Keep the increments low at $10. And $1,500 to get this one going. The finest. The finest, the finest, and the finest. And now it's at a size you can wear. Hopefully it's at a price point that it's affordable. When we got a price tag for the piece that's less than the price of the band by itself, so we could take all that out. And I know this is kind of a new world we got to get used to, but the band is $2,000. So you've got basically, if you took the stone and the diamonds out, you've got $2,000 worth of gold. And now we're looking for $1,500. Do we have it? No. So again, sometimes you got to do crazy things to get the really crazy values we all love. And we love a value. And we do, and you can't deny this is a value. What if we go even lower, though, to 15, because I got to get this one started. It's my last new piece of the show. So we got like 27 minutes, so without a request, I don't know, we're going to need some help. If you got a request, or maybe we just need to spend a little more time with this one, because the fact that there could be a 3 carat that is clean and striking and has all the stunning colors this has and can be as affordable as it is, and you don't love it at 15, that's okay. I'm going to go to $1,400 and see what we can do. Listen, there's only so low we can go when there's already just $2,000 at the basic band. And I wish bands weren't $2,000, but I cannot, and I do not control the gold market. I wish I did. But this is where, again, there is value there, especially if we go $1,400 to open instead. So $1,400 to get it started. Let's try that, see what happens, because every little bit of savings, well, it counts. And we are way too low, and we've got the ultimate high level. This is that same high-end material we've been talking about in that museum material, but just not the huge size that so many people find that's not wearable. This is where it's wearable. It's a 3 carat. It's still going to make a statement. It's still large, but it is wearable. What about 13? $1,300 to start. I'm literally getting some insight here. I'm looking at the stone cost, what we paid like umpteen years ago, because we don't buy them from the family that runs it now, because they're getting massive market value. Market value is massive. I can't control that. If market value is market value, I can't control that. It's the same as gold. Gold's gold. We can't control it. Here's where we're at. We do not have 1,300 yet. I got a whole box I'm about to tap into here of jewelry that's not even for tonight, so I guess we'll go there next. But we got to get this one. Do we have the open? We got the open at, now was it 15 or 14? Or do there's, they're like, no, you're not going to pull that over me. $1,300. I had to reduce it, and reduce it again, and we're at 13. And the good news is we have the open. But now we need a lot of other people in, because that's a value. You go about $700 back of the gold price by itself. So here we are with one of the rarest, color changing, one source in the world. Beautiful. That's the other thing. I don't care how rare it is. If it ain't pretty, I'm not putting it on my body. I am not going to wear a stone that's not cute if it's not pretty. And I know we all have different definitions of beauty. Of course we do. Of course we do. But this is, for diasporas, as good as they look, because it usually is. The stones I saw that were going for, I mean, literally, thousands of dollars per carat, they were brown and nothing else. There was no extra shading of color. There was no iridescence. There were no reds coming through in fluorescent lighting. I was under the convention hall lights. That's fluorescent lighting. And yet there were photographs, which is, again, all those, what we're doing is proving to you, everywhere you see that red flash that's coming off the step facets, that's what the stone changes entirely to if you're in incandescent lighting. So it's fabulous. We're going to give it a last call. We have Jason's Bidder and Jason's Bidder alone. Who is that, by the way? Delora. That's a pretty name. Hi, Delora. So Delora's in the lead, and she is our only bidder so far. I do want to remind you it's only $10 on the increment. $10. There's no reserve. Like there's no minimum, there's no like extra like, oh, sorry, never mind, we didn't meet costs, so we can't actually sell it. No, we're selling this thing. And it's happening in 2 minutes. And all you need to do is pick up the phone, dial that number before the 2-minute clock ends, which remember there's a delay, so you want to dial on the quick side. Otherwise, you're going to be left out, and you're going to be always thinking about that diaspora that got away, the one that could have been the collector's piece that I sold way too cheap on the end of a Wednesday night. So here we go. It's last call. Any gold you want. I'm making sure that I cover everything, because sometimes I wonder, there must be something that's holding everyone back, and I have to go through. Did I cover the fact you can change the gold? Did I cover the fact that sizing is free? Did we mention the free shipping that's going to get it from us to you, and the fact that you get a money-back guarantee, yes, even on an auction item, and the fact that I just kept on dropping until we had Dolores say open, and now we're there. So here we are at $1,300. We're going to give it a final 2 minutes and sell it. It will be sold when the clock hits 00. So call in quickly, because again, if you're waiting for the clock to end, you'll be far too late. You'll be like 2 minutes behind. So we want to get you in sooner rather than later, and that way you can bid potentially $1,310. Who knows? We're going to find out. Take a look at this one more time. Our last 2 minutes on the clock is going to begin right now. Thank you so much for being here. We've got about 22 minutes remaining in the show. 2 of that's going to be on this auction, and then we'll figure out what to do. What's coming out of that magic box there? I don't know. We're going to figure something out. Or we have, oh, you know what? There are morganite earrings. I do have some morganite earrings that I have not shown you yet. So we'll do that. And yeah, anything else you want to see, you can always, oh, and maybe some recaps, because we do have some pieces from our first hour that are still here. So we might recap a few of those. But we have 90 seconds now to go. I'm going to try it on again. We do have that last call. Love that. Hoops are here, the 235s. Should be gone. We had jade in a pendant earlier. So we'll do a few recaps, but right now, one more time on the hand. And one more time before we do that, look at that. The way this lights up, you're going to see all this on the hand too. But the way you see that color playing, and it's not color play, it's a different phenomenon. So I want to be careful what I say here, because when we say the colors are playing, but there's actually a phenomenon called play of color. And that's what opals have. This is not that. It's a phenomenon that's even more rare. I think it's the rarest phenomenon by far. You see that, right? Look at the reds coming through. 40 seconds to go and it will be sold. Here it is on the hand one more time. Let me prop it up front and center for you there. Look at the kind of shine that comes off those step facets of the rare Asher. And we have 1,300. This is too low. And you know, I always marvel at the folks that they watch recordings of a live show, which I get it. Not everybody can be here for every single minute of every single 3-hour show every single day. But I will say this, auctions are obviously, it's not something you can participate on when the show is, if you're watching the recording at 9 a.m. on a Thursday morning, or if you're watching Friday in the middle of the night, or if you're watching like a Saturday afternoon, and you're watching a show from, I've had people literally ask me about auction items from literally shows that go back years, and they want to know if they can get it when it was sold in a live auction on that particular show. And that's how, again, auctions are only good for this show. Obviously, that's the live element of the show. We have 13. Do we have 1310? Anybody else want to jump on in? Here we go. Last call. I know we have somebody trying to get in here. Let's see. This is real. I mean, it's just, it's so rare to get a stone like this. And I know that for a while we brought the more typical, and then we just broke into the museum collection and said, here you go. And now this is the wearable version thereof. So 1310, yes, no? Got it. Auction's closed. It is sold. Congratulations. That's gone. And then I do want to take a moment just to show you this jade one more time. Let me get the small tweezers for this one. It's our jadeite jade pendant. Had it in the very first couple of minutes, hours ago. Item number on this one is 5952. Look at that. One of the best. It's so funny. The other day I saw, when I was raiding the vaults, I saw an emerald cabochon, and it said it was a star emerald, and I didn't see the star, which is why I didn't show it. And it was, I just about fell over. The price was $85,000, TVON price. For a cabochon emerald, it looked like this, except it was smaller. Here's where you go get jade. I know most jade is a pale light color. Beads, spheres, one in a ring. Here's the ultimate of jadeite jade. 252 is the size. Love this kind of elongated oval cabochon. You can see there, it's still cabochon. It's like an elongated oval, semi-bezel set, top and bottom there. It's all in platinum. It has 20 points in diamonds, top and bottom as well. The satin finishing, I think, is beautiful. The way it shimmers, it's got a shimmering light about it, doesn't it? And that pendant is heavy. And that pendant is only $19.99. Didn't used to be, but it is now. Because I got those deep, deep discounts on the way back. Some of the pieces you've never seen before that were they were usually just so much money we don't put them on the air. If it's a piece that's like 20 grand or 6 grand, or a lot of those don't even make it to air. They just don't make it if the value isn't there. But when we discount it to just get it gone, that's what happens. So $19.99 for our jade lovers out there. That is a beauty. We've got some morganite earrings I'm going to show you. We've got the morganite earrings coming up, and then we'll see if we have any requests for the last couple of minutes. I don't have that many pieces to recap, actually, because most everything's gone. Let me show it one more time. Boy, it's really, thought it balanced. It doesn't. It's too heavy. It doesn't even balance on its own. Take a look at this. That's what it looks like from a distance away. 1 3/8 of an inch. We'll show it on the neckline one more time as well. Boy, that is just about, even from a distance, watch this even further away, how it just beams that gorgeous green color. There's not a shadow of a doubt what color that is. It doesn't get too dark. Most of the problem with jade is it gets too light. It's usually very light, like a sage green. Nothing like an emerald green. This is literally like looking at a Muzo Colombian emerald, and I have one. I have one that's $85,000 that looks a lot like this. This is like looking at the best emerald out there. We've got it for $19.99. Back to the wheel we go. That's got to get a home. For as infrequently as we see that stone, what a beautiful way to get it. In heavy platinum as well. And then there's also a rare, I know this one isn't copper bearing, but we have a really pretty Congolese tourmaline in a round to show you. We can show you that, sure. But we'll get to our morganite earrings here very quickly. They're a little drop, nothing too oversized, but they also may need a little bit of help sitting up here. But take a look at the lever back. This is what, oh yeah, it's true pinks as well. This almost reminds me of that pink tourmaline we had earlier, doesn't it? It's a real true pink morganite, not the typical light peachy brown beige. It's more pink. It's got a real true, again, diamond pink color here. And it's going to be item number 9315. Look at that. Drop, lever back, halo, all that good stuff we want. Isn't that nice? And there is a subtlety to the pink. It's not that loud, doesn't scream at you, bright pink. It's a very soft, beautiful pink diamond-like color, very, again, pastel, which is why it looks so good in the rose gold like you see it here. It's a nice little drop, and the movement it's going to have is great too, because you get that little bit of extra movement thanks to the O-ring. So right beneath your lever back, you're going to have that little O-ring drop. I'm going to try one on for you as well, but there is a subtlety to the color, so it really does lend itself to a lot of different wardrobes, just a lot of different looks, skin tones, hair colors. It always stands out because it is that pink without being too much. And here's what it looks like from a distance. That is a 7/8 of an inch. Top to bottom drop, you can see it there from the profile. So just under an inch, really beautiful lever back style. I'll pop one on for you. So never have to worry about losing any backings, which I always think is just the genius of a lever back. Comfortable, yes. It's comfortable like a hoop is, so if you're a nap taker or a phone talker, you're good to go because there's nothing else like digging in. So it's really easy to wear. They're very straightforward. Take a look at them on though. That beautiful soft whisper of a color. The drop that's like, again, a drop but subtle. It's nothing that's like down here. We talked about this with hoops earlier. We sometimes don't want this gigantic wind chime. We want something that's wearable day, night, every day, all the time. That's what this earring is giving. Definitely giving a beautiful subtlety to the drop and the colors. We're going to blow them out. They're under $1,000, which they should not be. We're going to go significantly less than even $999 or $888 or $777, and we'll go back to our wheel and take a look at how strong a pinky color that is, and bring it even lower than $777. And reminder, 14 minutes left in the show. So whatever it is that you want to see, whether it's a recap or something that you can pull out from the vaults, please let me know, because we have plenty of time to do that, but not all the time in the world. So that's what's really crucial here, is to let me know what you'd like before we go. And let's make these even better than $777 when you're getting diamonds. And it's not a little stud with a tiny little basket. It's the lever back. So there's a lot more gold involved. here in an earring like this than most of our earrings provide, than most of our studs would give you. And we're busy already. Well, there's a gifting moment here. Soft color that goes just, I mean, we call it the makeup color, which usually is something people like to talk about in fashion. Sure, but in absolutely jewelry, because it's sitting so close to the face, we think about, you know, the color cosmetics and that blush that gives us some color and gives us some dimension and some contour. That is definitely the color that's so pretty next to anybody and everybody's beautiful face. And we're going to do it for $699 a pair. Rose gold only on this one. That'll be it. So just the rose, just the simple straightforward of the rose. I mean, there's no choices to make. There's no sizing needed. There's no gold color change. It's just like take the designer's advice here and go with the rose. It really is beautiful, isn't it? And we've still got that jadeite if you want that one. Let me see if there's anything else to recap. We had a Brazilian Paraíban quartz, a Windsor. Maybe we need a little love for the Russian amantoid. Probably need that Russian amantoid to make one last appearance because it is our large carat 62. And Jason, were you picking up something from earlier? I want to make sure it's nothing I'm about to recap. Okay, gotcha. All right, so $699 for the pair of earrings. Let's give them 2 minutes, and then we got to run, and we'll get to that demantoid. We got our demantoid out of Russia. That really special, yes, bigger stones. You're going to have that horsetail inclusion, but you don't have to like look at an ugly inclusion, right? Horsetails are great because it's like the inclusion that makes it more valuable, but you don't need to worry about, it's not something like that stands out. Like, you know, if you had an inclusion in a big diamond, it would ruin the whole thing. Like, hey, look at my big diamond, but then there's a big old carbon spot right in the middle. Okay, well, okay. This is where it's a subtle inclusion, but it's only identifiable under microscopes. So you know because it identifies where it's from, which is what makes it rare. So that's really why I got to give some love to the Russian amantoid that we showed earlier. And then we also had a diamond solitaire. And my pink diamond heart-shaped ring is still here, which is that pink diamond pave heart. That was such a good one. And then do you want one last look? Because we only have 2 pairs left in the white gold. And we still have the rose gold on the 235 hoop earrings that are under $2,500. So that is not something you see every day. We even had the 202s with lesser diamond weight for more money. Yes, somebody asked for the 202s to come out, and they came out, and then they were $28.88. Just goes to show you, this is, again, that big-time value. Just 2 pairs left in the white gold, 1 pair left in the rose gold. Your last call is now on the 2 carat 35. So this is it. It's all we have made up, ready to go. It's item number 1110-425. And this is the inside out oval shaped hoop. There is, again, 2 pairs left white, 1 pair in the rose. We started with the one in rose, so that's good that they're still here for you. And now we have this incredible button closure. Let me show you the other one as well, because you are getting 2. Sometimes you have to read descriptions really carefully these days, because a lot of earrings are sold as just singles. They really are. And so many of you have reached out to me and said, please never do that to us. Never sell us a single earring, because we're not looking for that. And talk about like shrinkflation or whatever. I guess that's what's going on. But again, yes, we're giving you a pair of earrings, about 1.20 carat almost, in either ear. And you have this incredible white diamond inside out style. This is the best value in hoops we have at this moment. I don't know how, unless we all time travel back to like 30 years ago, how you're going to get a better value in gold and diamonds than this. It's going to be very challenging to do. This is 235, 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. So it's a subtle, this isn't like that really narrow oval. It's got a good size to it. For all intents and purposes, when everyone sees you straight on, it's going to look like it's a round. Remember I brought out the 202s by request? Lesser diamond weight, same size, in a round earring, and they were $28.88. Well, here's the upgrade, 2 carats 35, and a beautiful drop, bigger individual diamonds, and guess what? They're only going to be $24.99, but it is last call. Then we'll give the demantoid a look for the end of the show, and anything else you want to see, let us know right now, because here is the moment you go for it. You go for it right now. 1 in rose, 2 now in white gold, and that's it. And they go out tomorrow. They're here, they're made up, they're ready to go. You're not waiting, you're getting them out to you immediately. So that's the beautiful thing. In a couple days, you're wearing them, or you're gifting them, or you're saving them and checking someone off the list, like the really, really, really important gift. You know, for me, it's I got several, but there's, you know, the really, really important one is always mom. You know, that's the really important gift. You know, which because we don't get all that much time to celebrate together. And so we got to do something, for the Christmas time holiday. And so whoever that is, there's such a good feeling of knowing that you're getting something she's going to love. You got the great value, which no one ever needs to know about. And you've got this amazing, timeless, best of the best quality. Best news is you don't need to upgrade in a few years either. That is the ultimate in diamond hoops. I mean, think about it. When they're $70,000, $80,000 for that same pair in retail, aren't you going to feel good giving those, or just saying, you know what, myself, I deserve them. I need a great, if you know you need a great diamond hoop, go for the ultimate high level. They are right there at just $24.99. Now we have the demantoid to recap as well, because this is what happens. Ultimately, there's a lot more people near the end of the show than there were at the beginning. So we've got to make sure that you see some of the pieces that I got excited about and brought out early. Got to give them a last look, a little bit of last minute love here. And here we go with the demantoid. 2468 is the ad number. And here it is, the 1 carat 62 Russian demantoid in a designer mounting with this incredible VS yellow and white diamond work that just wraps and swirls around it. It's still like a dome ring. It feels like a dome ring with a big center stone. Usually you just get one or the other. You either get your center stone set up and it's the center, or you get a dome ring with nothing in the middle. This is really both. The best of all worlds. You get your carat 62. That's the largest we've got. You've got a 61 point in the yellows, 52 in the white diamonds. So well over a carat in diamonds, but I love that the majority of them are going to be the yellows, which are so high end. You're getting a carat 13 in total. Yes, finished on the inside, stays as is because it's got 2 tones of gold. So what more can we do? But it's mostly yellows you see there. The finishing, the back of the band, all going to be in the yellow gold. The demantoid's huge in the center, looking fantastic. And we're going to blow it out right now. This is one of the values, not just of the night or of our week or of our Wednesday here. I'm talking about of all the older pieces in our inventory, which this has been here about 5.5 years, of all the older pieces that I've been literally going through our inventory of late, like with the, people say with the fine tooth comb, this is really, truly one of those just incredible values. If it was $14,999, I could take it or leave it. I could show it, I could not show it. We could just show it for like the ooh and ah factor, or we can show it to discount. You want to really see people oohing and ah, you take a $15,000 ring and you get it below 10. And then you know it's a carat 62 with the horsetail inclusion that signifies it's from Russia. So you think about all that together and you realize we're going under 10, under 9, under 8, under 7. This doesn't happen on a carat 62. I used to spend hours on TV selling these stones loose, one by one by one. There were very few carat plusers. That's how big league this stone is. And then to get this incredible value on this stone that is not going to be 7 or 6 or 5. And by the way, it's all set in gold. So you get all this amazing gold, the yellow, the white diamonds, the two-tone, the undergallery, the dome style that goes one side to the other. From the profile, you see nothing but diamonds. From the top, you see nothing but diamonds. I think you're going to be seeing this one from space. And we're going to make it better than $79, $69, $59, $99. This one will find a home. It has to find a home. You don't deliver rarity like this, then discount it and expect it to stay. It just can't happen. There's too many collectors out there that know a good buy when they see one. You know it, you see it, you love it, and you take it and you try it out. And hey, worst comes to worst, you send it on back. If this isn't the best value on Russian demantoid and the most dynamic, lively neon stone ever, well, look at it here. You're going to see from side to side every which way, and this could be index, middle finger, wherever, because that's a nice wide band, so it works really well here. Think you've been looking, maybe you got this ring is covered, maybe you really want to wear something here or here. This is a great way to do it. Watch it on the index finger here as well. Look at that. That works too. You know, when you've got a lower profile band like this and you see so much detail on the side, what if we knock another $1,000 off, make it $49.99 only for that one-of-a-kind total superstar. Superstar in every respect. The gold weight, the demantoid in the center, the yellow and white diamonds that wrap around from side to side and profile to profile, just like that. That is quite something. Collector's piece, no doubt about it. And such a very, I know that's maybe the more, one of the more expensive pieces of the evening tonight, but when you consider where that started, we've knocked $10,000 off. When you think about how great a value that is at $14,000, why? Because that price came along a long time ago when that was first made. Well, that was first made like 5 to 6 years ago. So there's that value. It's $49.99. We got about 3.5 minutes. Somebody's got to get that piece. I've got another new one to show you, but that needs to go. For a $49.99 price tag, even just for, I mean, the truth is today, the gold would be more. So it's like everything else, which there's no freebies in demontoids. Yellow and white diamonds, especially when more of them are in the yellows than are in the white, there is no way to get that or make that. If you had all the stones, they're at the ready. You're not making that piece for $49.99. This is a wonderful value. So again, collectors, Russian demontoid. Up there is one of the rarities of all rarities. Take it if you love it. You will see it at home, and I think you're going to fall absolutely in love. And then we'll show you one more thing before we go here. I know we're in our last couple of minutes, but I had to show you this because I know that purple Paraíba went. This looks like its round counterpart. I'll do a quick little blowout for the end of the show at 6698, and then be with me tomorrow because we do it again both Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights, all 5 to 8. That's Pacific, 8 to 11 Eastern. Now here's, oh my goodness, 6698 is going to be our 18 karat white gold. Yes, we upgraded the gold purity here. You get a 257. That looks like a purple Paraíba. I have no copper content listed on this one, but it has the same neon. I tell you, I think this one is probably mislabeled in the sense that that looks all day like our purple Paraíbas, and none of the other tourmalines give us that neon. Usually it has to have copper. The fact that it's not listed as such gives you one big value. 66 points in the double halo and the diamonds down the side. Great basket work, finished on the inside. We're going to blow it out because we have 2 minutes to go. This will likely be the last item we see unless there are any quick requests we can do, but it's going to be even better than, oh my goodness, $69.99. See, that's a copper bearing price. We're going to do better. It's not going to be $69. All I need to know is your ring size. You've got the white gold. It stays as such. It's not going to be $69, $59, $49. We need one caller. This is true rubellite, but it's that purpley neon red of rubellite that is glowing even under lower light. Do you see how I just blocked the light? Full light. Here's the light blocked, and look how much more intense that color gets. It glows even more under lower light. That's neon. That's usually copper. I'll make it better than 39. Better than 29. We got to sell it. We got literally 90 seconds left in the show. And our last call in hoops or anything else you saw. Demontoid hoop earrings, you let me know. I will blow this out for $1,999. I got to move it. One more thing's got to go. Whether you want the by the way, we're also down to one pair of the white gold hoops left now. One pair in white and still have that rose gold hoop. So we still have one white, one rose in the hoop earring. We've got the big demontoid, although that sounds like that may be verifying. Call us. Now we're here for a couple minutes after we go off the air. So even when the show goes off the air in 50 seconds or so, we will be here answering your phone calls, but you got to know where to dial. So jot down that phone number so you know how to reach us. And we've got 45 seconds left to go. And this one, let me show it on the hand here. Got to go. It's that really special rubellite color, but of course what makes it so dazzling is the round. Look at that, the brightness of the round, the neon. It is giving neon. May or may not have copper. You know what? It's given the neons. It's given the visuals. It's got the brightness. It's got the look. It's got the glow. So that is going to be $19.99. That's still here at the moment. And remember, it's 18 karat solid gold. Now, don't forget, we're going to do this again tomorrow night. Different jewelry, lots of blowouts Thursday night. Can't wait to see you for that. Starts at 5 p.m. promptly, so we'll see you then. A big 5 o'clock show. That's 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 Central, and 10 p.m. Eastern. So for our malls here at TVON, I'm Lauren Blair. We wish you a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you right here tomorrow at 5.